What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Breaker Bros. And tonight we're going to live react to the 2024 NFL Draft. But we have some special guests, Dave and Drew. So, yeah. All right. Did you mute yourself, Dave, or did I mute you? Can you hear me?
I don't know. Dave's on mute. This is awesome.
All right.
He muted himself, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I didn't mute him, but I'm not sure if he can hear us. But I don't know why they're dragging this out. I guess just for
They always drag
views.
it out.
Airtime.
They always
Yeah.
drag it out. The
But I
first
mean,
pick happens like they say the draft starts at 8, and then the first pick happens like at 8:30. Even though everybody knows who the first pick is,
Oh.
right? It's like fake drama.
Oh, it says. Oh no, there he is. There we go. Can you hear us, Dave? Oh no, there it goes again. I just feel like this year's quarterback, like the quarterback group, is kind of overrated.
Yeah. I mean, this happens all the time, though. Like, for a long time, it was just Caleb Williams, Drake May, a 1-2, and then, all these other really talented position guys. And then all of a sudden, you've got 4 quarterbacks mocked in the top 5. And Jaden Daniels and J.J. McCarthy are not first-round picks, in my opinion.
Will that opinion change when they, in fact, get picked in the first round?
The opinion won't change, but I guess I'll be wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, they're for sure first-round quarterbacks.
Is J.J. McCarthy? I don't know about
Sure,
him.
why not? What's wrong with him?
He's just not very good. I don't know. Like, he's just done. I haven't seen. I mean, he's had flashes at Michigan, but there's not like
hot
anything
flashes?
overwhelmingly good. It's kind of a crapshoot too because he doesn't throw the ball much.
Championship and beating Ohio State 3 years in a row.
Okay. Oh, there's Dave again. Hold on. All right. So I guess before this draft really gets going, I know we got plenty of time, but who's your your top 5 picks that you want for the Bengals in the first round, Drew?
I mean, before Trey Hendrickson requested his trade, and I know that's probably just a negotiating tactic. I don't think he'll actually get traded. I was really big on Amarius Mims from Georgia. I think we might still end up going with him. I wouldn't be mad at J.C. Latham if he's still there, but I don't think he will be. It's kind of hard to tell who's going to be there because some of these edge rushing guys might go top 10 or they might fall really far, just depending on what like Washington and Arizona do with quarterbacks and offensive tackles and all that. I wouldn't be super mad at Brock Bowers, but I don't think we need him. I think there's more pressing matters than tight end right now.
Do you have any other players in mind? Like, would you mind like Byron Murphy or Newton? Because that also seems.
I would like either one of those guys. The inside line is big because with the loss of DJ Reader. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at Troy Faltanu from Washington, Dallas Turner maybe, Jared Verse if he falls. Like all these guys, I hope we don't go receiver or like. I don't think we will, but I mean, there's guys here that are mocked around the middle of the first round, like Brian Thomas,
I think
Mitchell. But I don't think we'll go there.
Day 2 for sure. We'll get a receiver, but yeah, I know there's some really good receivers in the first round, so I wouldn't necessarily mind. But yeah, I think it's got to be a tackle one way or another, defensive or offensive tackle.
Yeah, I think you got to pick a big boy. Somebody who weighs over 275. It's kind of the weight limit. So that would have me passing on Bowers, and I don't know. Be interesting. If they get him, it'd be funny. Or it'd be fun. So I I don't feel too strongly against it, but I mean, man, they're really dragging this out. 820 for them to say Caleb Williams, right?
Well, they know the ratings are the best, like with the first 10 picks, and it just slowly drops off.
Yeah, there he is, Caleb Williams. Shock of all shocks.
All right, Dave, who would be your top, I guess, 3 or 5 picks? I know you said you wanted a quarterback, so
Yeah, so there's the first one off the board.
I'm going with Michael Penix at our number 11 pick. I love the big arm. He does not get sacked frequently for a quarterback, especially his ratio was what? 1 sack every 12 dropbacks for while he was being blitzed. So the guy knows how to read and get rid of the ball. Completion ratio needs some work, but he does have the strongest arm, and with the receivers we have, why not? After that, I'm praying defensive back, Cooper DeJean or somebody like that. Really would like to see that. We are set at offensive tackle, but maybe with how deep the draft is going, with maybe some interior linemen, maybe a center or something like that. We need somebody who can get really nasty in there.
How do you feel about Jackson's Power Johnson? I think is his name. I like him.
Very positive. Yeah, he's a good player.
Yes.
So
I like him because he seems like aggressive and he actually likes contact. Yeah, and I feel like some of these other linemen, like they're good at like covering the person or standing in front of the guy that's trying to rush. But I kind of like when the linemen attack and he fits that profile. He legitimately goes for pancakes. I feel like.
Yeah. There's a few guys that are in there that are sort of like that. What is it? The kid out of the Duke as well. He's a pretty stout interior or flexible lineman, but he won't be anywhere near us. So.
Wait, when's the Vikings pick?
Well, I mean, at 23, but we don't have a second rounder. So, Ram Barton. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
11. Okay, so you have 2 picks.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why 23, it's like I feel like it's the best available defensive player, whether it's edge or corner. I'm guessing all the good D tackles are going to be gone by then. So
they probably sit tight and either get Penix or JJ McCarthy, right? Clear first round talent, JJ McCarthy.
I'm waiting for the trades to come in. It's like all the rumors of New York possibly coming up, swapping spots with what is it, the Patriots, and New York taking Drake May, and then Patriots getting JJ McCarthy. So we'll see. We might be just we might be like, we'll be in the Carson Beck sweepstakes for next year, Jackson Dart or somebody in the 2025 draft. So I feel like if we don't get our guy this year, it's going to be rough, but there will be 10 quarterbacks coming off maybe in the first round over the last 2 years or close. I consider Will Levis almost a first rounder. What was he, picked 33rd last year?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was picked in the 3rd round.
No, he's a second rounder.
Oh, he was.
He was like what, the first or second pick in the 2nd round. So, well, wait a second. Dolphins lost their pick last year, so there's only 31 picks in the first round last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So what does the football team do? Or you think they're like, they have to pick a quarterback, right?
I think Jaden Daniels, right?
Oh, really? I would go Drake May. I think Jaden Daniels is going to get himself killed.
I feel like they're gonna mess it up and go with May. That's what I feel like is gonna
Oh,
happen.
you think May's the mess up pick?
Yeah, I just feel like
Mm.
he's more bronze than brain, I guess. Or was it brawn?
Here's a
whatever the
question
saying
for
is.
you. How'd
LeBron?
the last UNC quarterback do?
He's just-
Where's he playing?
All right, this is very different. Different situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think May is Mitch Trubisky 2.0?
No, because he's been even just you can look at the
Oh.
mocks. He's been mocked
You-
two up until the last like 3
even
weeks.
If they take Drake May at number 2, it could never be as bad as
As them trading up to get a guy who's going to be.
No.
Yeah.
They traded up to 2, passed on Patrick Mahomes, traded a bunch of picks, and then picked Trubisky. There's no way to mess it up that bad.
It's not even so much at the time. It was.
Well, the Bears usually do, so that's why I feel bad for Caleb Williams. So it's like, oh man, but they've done a lot of good offseason moves to, I think, really set up Caleb Williams for the best you can do for a rookie quarterback.
Built that 7-9 team.
That's I have a weird feeling the Bears are gonna take Byron Murphy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that would be solid.
What did they pick again early?
Yeah, I think it's like
9th.
9th. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think if Neighbors is there, they go with Malik Neighbors.
Why? They don't need a receiver as much as they need a defensive tackle.
Yeah, but Malik Neighbors has been. I mean, I don't think he will be there, but I think he's
the
like
Bears.
maybe the best receiver in the class.
I just feel like the Bears value defense so much, and they usually do a good job of building up a defense consistently.
I kind of feel like those top 3 receivers, are going to be pretty hot commodities after these quarterbacks get taken. I mean, everybody can use
I think
a lot of
receivers
talent.
are going to go off the board.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the Chargers are going to take a receiver for sure.
I'd be surprised if any of those 3 receivers make it out of the top 10.
Yeah, me too. Totally.
I mean, it's just like you got to watch this guy waddle out onto the stage.
It's really interesting to watch because you've got three quarterbacks that are not surefire hits, and they might go before these receivers who are considered to be like guaranteed studs.
Dang.
I think that's a solid pick.
That's just a miss. That's a miss. And now the Patriots get Drake May, man.
What was Jaden Daniels?
He won the Heisman.
No. Caleb Williams was the guy that's from like the DC area.
Yeah.
That's just a whiff. I'm sorry.
Why is it a
This might be the first trade, right?
What's wrong with Jaden Daniels?
There's nothing inherently wrong with him. It's just there's better options.
I don't know. I mean, how many
have a crush on Drake May? I mean, maybe not everybody else feels the same way.
He's just physically a better quarterback than Jaden Daniels.
But
I feel like the Patriots are going to trade down now.
Maybe.
Because they could still trade down a little bit and still get a quarterback.
But all the people that did all that stuff are gone, right? It's like a whole new group.
Yeah, Belichick's gone.
What I like about Jaden Daniels is he had a relatively high completion ratio. He broke 70%. You know, how many TDs did he get? Close to 40 or something like that.
He was close to where Burrow was, if not higher.
He's not a big turnover guy, so.
And he's a dual threat. I feel like he had a lot of rushing yards too, and touchdowns.
Yeah. So who's making the pick for the Patriots? Is it going to be Bob Kraft's girlfriend?
It's going to be the Raiders.
Did you see him at the Billy Joel concert? Like I think when they were playing Piano Man, they went to like the crowd, and you could see Robert Kraft in the front row there dancing. It's nice.
Elliot Wolf is the New England Patriots general manager. He worked for Green Bay before this, so maybe they'll hit on a QB.
Elliot Wolf.
Yeah, he's
related to that Wolf that was
yes,
the Green Bay guy for a long time.
He's the son of Ron Wolf.
Oh yeah, no nepotism in the NFL.
No, none. There's never. never.
Yeah, you just have to be the smartest grandson of a famous front office guy to win in the NFL.
Yeah, like a Lombardi or something like that.
Yeah. Vinny Lombardi's son, grandson.
Yeah.
There is a Lombardi working somewhere in the NFL. I remember that. It's like,
Yes.
Like third cousin's nephew's brother.
Yeah, but wasn't he in? Wait, I thought he was like a special teams coach for the Chargers or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you not like Jaden Daniels because he looks skinny? Is that what it is?
Me? No. I understand he had a great season, but I just don't. I'm not a believer. He's also a little older.
Well, he's had a couple years, so that's where I like Bonex and both and Penix. You know, they've had 6 years. They're well seasoned. They're ready to be pros. They're not the 20 or 21-year-old rookie who's coming in wide-eyed.
Yeah, that's true. The other issue is that he did not really break out until this year when he won. This LSU team has like 2 first-round wide receivers, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're talking about Joe Burrow or
it's a little bit like Joe Burrow, but
I was gonna say
I see the irony.
I wonder how Burrow felt like. Well, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
I see the irony, but then if you pair that with the sack rate, I don't
sack
know.
rate, yeah. What is his sack rate?
I think it's pretty
let's
high,
see.
right? Or the pressure rate.
Yeah,
I
he had
think it is.
22 sacks this year. Yeah, he
that's
gets sacked a little bit more.
kind of a lot.
Yeah, the guy who avoids the sacks is Bo Nix, and he doesn't turn the ball over. So
Bo Nix
hey,
is like
Drew
26
Brees
years old.
2.0 there, man.
Oh, man.
All right, is it going to be May?
I don't know. They're talking about how they're
The
talking
pick
about
is in.
quarterbacks.
I think Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, there's Robert Kraft in there making the pick.
Honestly, I can see them picking Harrison too.
I
That surprised me.
I
That
mean, there
would
was a
be,
long time
great.
where people thought it was going to be Williams Harrison. 1-2.
Yeah.
Williams Harrison.
Yeah. I kind of would respect that. I think Marvin Harrison's one of these great talents. So
Who's New England's, if they do that, who's their presumptive quarterback then?
They might go second round, get Knicks maybe.
Has Andy Dalton signed with the team yet?
no,
You laugh now.
Oh, he's still on the Panthers.
He's still on the
Oh.
Panthers.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, he's their short yardage quarterback. They literally bring him in to run QB sneak.
So he's
Well-
like the 5th running back.
That's a mess of a franchise right there.
you think they're young? Bryce Young there is, he's so small. He should like to sneak in to a hole between these giant offensive linemen.
There you go, Drake May.
Yep, that's the right pick.
Keep it
Right.
coming. More quarterbacks. I like to
Okay.
see.
QB 1, 2, 3. So this is like the swing pick for a trade, though, right? Because
Well, I think the idea here is the Cardinals go Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
they should do.
No, they're going to do it. They're not. I mean, it'd be silly not to.
I think it
Well,
would
they
be
traded
kind of silly.
Hopkins.
Well,
It wouldn't be
the
silly
other
if the
option,
Giants trade you, and then you pick up some more picks, and then you get
the other option is you
Some
try and
good
pick up
receiver.
a day 2 pick and move back
Yeah.
a little bit and hope you get Odunze or Neighbors, but I don't think that's really going to happen.
What would you think about maybe? Let's see, the Cardinals. They have a lot of draft capital, so they don't need more picks. What about they just go ahead and pick their guy? Then it's the Chargers on the clock, and they're swapping spots with the Giants, and the Giants take J.J. McCarthy.
Well, okay, here's my one thing with that is why would the Giants give up capital to move up and take McCarthy when the Chargers have Justin Herbert?
Just
They're not
to
at
lock
risk
it,
of losing McCarthy.
to lock it in. because Minnesota's probably on that phone being like,
Right, but the
11,
Giants
23, and
the Giants picked before Minnesota.
yes, but what if the Giants are like trying to swing a deal with the Chargers
Oh,
as well?
get 2 top picks
Yeah,
is what you're saying. Okay.
yeah. But to swap spots, they'd probably be able to take off their third rounders off of them or something like that if the Giants are really focused on a guy. I don't know what to think about Drake Me there.
I don't know, man. When they show the highlight package and like they're talking about creativity when he made a left-handed pass, I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's not gonna play in the NFL.
No.
Well,
It's like,
I think I look at him more as like a Josh Allen project.
he's interesting, and yeah, that's a good.
He's a little raw,
great.
but the physical
I can see that.
talent is so undeniable.
His family is very athletic. I mean,
really?
his brother. Well, yeah, his brother is one of the brothers won an NCAA title in baseball. So, what was it? His other one's an NCAA champion as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is where you see a little bit of a run on receivers. Back-to-back
Yeah.
receivers.
You think this pick's a receiver?
Yeah, we just talked about it. Harrison. I mean,
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
it makes the most sense to me. And then I think the Chargers take a receiver too.
What do you think? The Giants take Rome?
No.
No.
Well, no, I think
I'm hoping
Well,
they take a quarterback.
it depends what the Chargers do. If the Chargers go tackle, then they take Neighbors.
Yeah. If Alt is off the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even look at any of the top 10 receivers.
Because we knew it wasn't going to be like.
Yeah, we just
The
skipped
other-
all the top guys.
The other thing for the Chargers, I don't think they need to take a receiver because this class is
Why?
so deep they can just get one later.
But they have no receivers.
They are like the Bills. They need two solid receivers
Like
probably.
they're
Right,
number one
I
think they
receiver
take
is,
Joe
like,
Alt.
Josh.
The problem, but the
Giants.
other issue is if Justin Herbert isn't protected, then he's not getting the ball to anybody.
But they have a good offensive line.
The left side of their offensive line this year was like notoriously weak.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's why I think they'll
Right
take
side
Joe
is really
Alt.
strong. Like Slater's really good, but
They could do real worse. They could have had Mekhi Becton.
that's
Picks
true.
in.
Oh, QB's
There we
drafted
go.
1, 2, 3. The Bengals. So,
The pick is in.
This looks-
2021.
And the receiver run, we might end up with a pretty decent tackle or edge rusher at 18.
Yeah, I feel like it's reasonably going to be between like a defensive tackle and offensive tackle.
Yeah.
I hope so. They need a big guy.
I think Latu would be interesting, but I feel like he won't be there either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I worry about his medical, but the dude is extremely talented.
Yeah, he can play everywhere. It's crazy.
Hey, he can play everywhere. He has all the moves. He's very, very well coached and he's pretty well refined for a player coming out of college.
Yeah. I like how they have the NFL has a guy with a suit on that's in charge of the selfie stick. They're like, okay, thank you. You've had your fun. Move along.
Yep.
Oh, they just showed the left-handed pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't fly in the NFL. That gets
No,
picked
I mean,
off
it's
or he
just
gets
like,
lasered.
It's a pick six.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just take the
Harrison.
sack like a man or throw it out of
Yep,
bounds.
that's the right pick.
Yeah. No, I agree with that pick.
there it is.
So now I think, was it Neighbors
Marvin.
makes the most for the Chargers?
Yeah.
Either Neighbors or Alt is kind of the choice.
I think all goes to the Giant.
Well, if you want to talk about a team that needs receivers,
The Giants.
it's the Giants. I don't think they've had a real receiver in like 3 years.
Who are the receivers for the Chargers?
Quentin Johnson. Who's the other guy? Josh Palmer.
Yeah, they have nobody.
Josh
They-
Palmer's
so-
solid.
So the number 3 and number 4 receivers on their depth chart last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, they need a guy who can stretch that field. They
Well,
need
to be fair,
receivers.
Josh Palmer's been the one for 50% of his time there because
Yeah.
Allen and Williams have been off the field.
Between the ACLs and the hamstring issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like they need new doctors.
Well, the good thing for the Giants is that they're basically guaranteed either Neighbors or Odunze.
Yeah, but they're both very talented receivers. I think it's
Yeah.
6 one way, half a dozen another. Do you like the height of Rome a little bit over?
I don't like Rome Odunze. He doesn't. To me, looks like he's always covered, and it's just
Really?
Michael
Yeah.
Penix figuring out a way to get him the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he was faster than what we thought he was. And then, but he can make those contested catches, which is
Because he has to. But
Well,
like if you're making,
but if he
contested-
makes them, who cares?
no, because the people he's playing against aren't NFL guys.
It's more of
you
a
watch
deep threat.
You
That-
watch
that-
USC play, and they've got like guys just streaking down the field wide open, and then those same teams play Washington, and they're like just draped all over their receivers.
I feel like
It's
that
like,
was the
is he
same
even
knock
going to be able to get
against
open?
TJ Houshmandzadeh. Like he wasn't fast enough, but he
He's a
found ways to
7th
get
round pick.
space.
There's a lot
Right.
of guys who aren't.
Well, what do
who
you guys
aren't,
think of a
like-
tall guy like was it Brian Thomas? Is it? Yeah, LSU.
I thought Brian
Is he
Thomas
6'2"?
was like incredibly fast.
He's
wasn't he?
he's
Yeah.
6'4".
Oh, he's 6'4". Oh yeah.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that I would almost.
That's
Yeah, that's the part that's the part about Dunze. I mean, he ran good at the combine, but he did not look like he was fast when I watched him like play in the playoff and against Oregon. He just didn't look fast.
I want to know who's going to get the young Debo, Xavier Leggett.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to be
Like-
careful with guys who break the combine speed record.
Yeah.
We know that pretty well.
Who broke the combine? I thought it was
well, it was
Matt
Ross at
Yeah,
first.
right?
what?
Ross got a 4.22 and then Leggett tied it this year.
But
No, he beat it.
He beat it.
Jet was the
Yeah.
fastest guy.
It was weird because the
That's right.
unofficial time was actually slower than the official time, which I thought was kind of awkward. But yeah, his unofficial time was the same time, like he tied it, and then the official time came in and they said he actually broke it. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
I bet the NFL is very disappointed that teams are going so quickly. They're not getting enough commercials on all their various networks.
Yeah.
It's going to really dip into their ad revenue.
I think they can afford it.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I think they're good.
Yeah,
that's so crowded.
I know.
I've been listening to some of the interviews of some of these players, and I gotta say that some of them, I was not as impressed with, like Rome's interview.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It's just he didn't seem quite as focused on it.
Mm.
So some of these other players, they're just really, you can tell they're living it and they want it and are chasing it. So
I think it's also important that you get like the right character guy for the team too, because like different teams operate. So I
oh
think,
man. Yeah.
And I don't like the interview drafting. I hate when people try to like draft people based on interviews when the tape is so good, or like the character stuff. I think you should only avoid people with the character clause if it's like really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's
Really
anybody
bad.
in this draft that's been so like
So
aggressively like abrasive to teammates that
I'm just gonna put
you
it out
wouldn't
there.
draft them.
The Chargers have less than 3 minutes left,
Mm-hmm.
and this seems to be the longest that we've waited for a pick. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
going
hoping
with
maybe
they're
there's a
on the
trade?
phone.
They don't know what
Yeah,
to
you
do.
think the Vikings slide into the 5th spot and get the quarterback?
I don't know. If they sell out the future here, I'm going to be very disappointed. But at the same time, not surprised.
Well, hitting on this quarterback pick is more than just getting a good quarterback. It's literally the difference between hanging on to the best receiver in the league or not.
Yeah.
I really, I agree with that. Justin's going to make his money no matter where he goes. But
That's the other thing. I really hope we pay Chase before the Cowboys pay Lamb and before somebody pays Jefferson.
Why?
Because
What-
it's going to totally reset the market. It's going to be the
It's
same
just
thing
not
that
gonna
happened with the
happen.
QBs.
Yeah, but it's
Well-
just not going to happen.
Tyreek set the new market.
Well, Amon
Gonna be
Rodgers
over.
said it again.
Well,
Jamar
but
Chase will be the highest paid
over
receiver
30.
in the NFL. That's just what it's going to be. He's
For
gonna
like 15 days.
be- no, that's just
Well,
gonna
that's what
level
I
out.
would hope they do
Well-
is pay him first, and then these other guys end up with more. Versus if we pay a third out of those 3 guys, we're going to be paying the most.
Yeah, but
I still think there's like a
the agents
30
know that. Like, why would they sign early?
Well, somebody's got to break.
No,
Someone
no.
will, and I still think there's like a reasonable chance, like a 35% chance that Chase will sign his long-term extension. Because if you this offseason, because if you give him enough guaranteed money, there's no reason not to do it.
Unless he wants to be the highest paid player.
But I don't think it's. I don't know. It like I get it. If you're like a mid-tier player, and you're not making top-tier money,
Uh-huh.
why you need to negotiate? But like he's gonna make so
They
much.
say it's a pick.
Here we go.
So
well, that's it. They did not trade. They were working those phones for
I don't
almost every
know.
minute.
I don't know. Maybe there is a trade, right? Because you
I
could pick for somebody.
No, it would say trade is in, or something like
Well,
that.
you can make like a handshake deal. Like I'll pick this guy, and we'll just swap.
All right, well, everybody make their prediction. Who you think?
I think
They're
neighbors.
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 I would say neighbors.
Okay.
Eric, are you going to be contrary?
I was gonna say Bo Nix, but it's not funny anymore.
I heard Dolphins fans screaming for Michael Penix to be their backup quarterback. You get two.
I mean, that would be smart
Why?
Get 2 lefties.
because the playbook's different for a lefty quarterback.
Yeah, but why would you pick your backup in the first round?
Was he going to go in the first round?
Yeah, that's a good question. Is he going to go in the
Yes.
first round?
Yes, he will. He's gonna go. He's gonna get picked right now. They're going Penix.
They're going Penix.
Antonio
Justin
Brown
Herbert has
said-
been traded away.
Yeah, Antonio Brown said Herbert's been traded, so you know how that goes.
Hmm.
What is
All
he
right.
wearing?
I don't know.
Roger Goodell. Why is his
Oh.
shirt so unbuttoned?
Alt.
Man,
Oh,
Really?
Drew called it. Wow.
wow.
Except you didn't call it, but I'm giving you credit for it because you said offensive line.
Yep.
I said they should go Joel, but then I guess I predicted.
And
they'd go Newton.
the Chargers fans are crying because they don't have a receiver to throw to.
So does this mean they kicked their left tackle to right tackle?
Rashawn Slater's already their right tackle.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Oh, for real?
Well,
Okay.
okay, here's my thing about Alt. He could play either side. It doesn't matter. Just get
He's
him out
very
there.
good, yeah.
Just get the man out there. He's gonna.
Yeah. I mean, when we watched this tape, I don't think I liked him all that much.
Notre Dame offensive
He's
lineman.
huge. Look at him.
Well,
Is he not nasty enough for you?
I think I still have him as first round grade. Yeah. But I just thought like he uses like I don't think his technique's very good. But I guess a coach might look at that.
He didn't
and
have
say,
good leverage.
Yeah, he didn't play with good leverage. I like leverage.
Well,
Big leverage
you know
kid.
who can coach that?
I don't think you coach that. That's just how people move. You
Yeah.
know? Like when you're like 22, do you like all of a sudden start running different? I think it's just
No,
how you are.
but there's a lot of that goes into professional coaching of these linemen. So
Well, that's
they
been
have to work on
the
their
Bengals'
craft.
problem for a long time? Is the offensive line coach is not very good.
Mm.
Well, I feel like the new offense in Charger land is going to be, oh my gosh, 6'8". Wow. All right. Huge man. Long arms.
So the Giants, do they move on from Danny Dimes, or do they go receiver?
Oh,
Well,
Neighbors.
they can't really
Neighbors.
move on
Neighbors.
from Danny Dimes.
Do they have good
Well-
corners? Because I wouldn't be surprised if a corner goes top 10. Because I thought
Yeah.
that Mitchell,
Yeah.
or maybe Dejean or whatever his name is.
What about
Okay.
what about one of the Alabama guys?
Kool-Aid,
I'm not too high on
No,
him.
we'll go with what's it,
Terrion
Trayvon?
Arnold.
My question
Yeah,
is,
Terrion Arnold. Yeah, Terrion.
I think he's a like between 10 and 15, but I don't know about top 10. Mitchell I could see because he's kind of like Sauce.
Yeah, he's got it.
so for the Bengals, why would we go tackle?
Why would
Defensive
we go
tackle?
Is what I'm no offensive tackle.
Why would we?
Because we like Joe Burrow and we want him to
Well,
stick around.
Here's
for a
the thing,
while.
right? Is that why would you sign Trent Brown to that deal? Or well, he only got 1 year, right?
Yeah,
And it's
he
only
wanted
then,
$4 million.
You
Like,
can't
it's-
really draft for next year right now. You have to draft for winning ASAP.
yeah, but
Okay.
if you pay a guy $4 million, then you're
That-
okay if
that's
he's
true.
a swing tackle. Like if you get someone that you can start in the rookie year as a right tackle, they can start. And
Sure.
if he's having problems, then you swap in Brown. But he
They
can
get someone
the swing
that can
tackle.
play in.
And the Bengals play with a lot of swing tackles where they come in as a tight end.
Mhm.
Like they get a lot of playing time.
Yeah. Well,
Plus-
obviously, Drew has not been watching the stream. What's the number one Bengals weakness when it comes to offensive linemen? They love guards with tackle upside. So I could see him drafting a tackle and have him play guard for a year.
That's a great way to develop them too. Let them just get used to the
draft a
game and then
guy-
That sounds like
draft a guy play
Fuaga to me.
guard. Yeah, I think they like the Fuaga they interviewed, right?
Yeah.
I think
And
they
then-
like
and
Fuaga. You put him on
Fuaga said
guard.
that he was asked if he would play guard, and I'm like, I had to.
what
go to the
about
Bengals.
Fashion now?
Like, the only thing I don't like about him, but I guess the same thing with Fuaga, is that they're kind of old. But I think that Fashion now is like 24 or something like that. But I think Fuaga is like 23. I think that's the upside with Latham. That he's only 21, I think. And Mims, I think Mims is pretty young too.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to pull up
Mims is young. Yep.
PFF.com. You keep dropping stats. We need the big board.
Here we go. Neighbors.
Yep.
Okay.
Makes
I like
sense.
that pick.
Yeah.
I like both of the receivers from LSU.
It's a good pick.
I think people are sleeping on Brian Thomas. I like him a lot too.
Someone picked him to go to the Bengals.
Why would we do
Oh.
that?
Because receivers cost like $30 million a year.
That's
yeah,
true.
you gotta.
So
Well-
if you think he's good, you would pick him, right?
True.
Well, you can only afford T. Higgins for this year and next year.
Well, I
franchising
think
them.
if going with Thomas, or was it Robinson? I don't remember. Going receiver at 18 would be you pick him up, flip Higgins for a day 2 pick.
No, you keep Higgins. You just would
Is
have
it-
3
He
awesome
wants out.
receivers.
Hold up. Is it a requirement to wear sunglasses when you get drafted?
Yes. You
Okay.
didn't know that?
Roger Goodell's teeth.
That's
are so
why I
white,
didn't get
you need
drafted.
Eye protection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably because you don't want to be like on camera crying. You know?
You don't want to stare in all those bright lights.
You know, maybe when you get drafted, it brings a tear to your eye.
I could see it too. If you if you don't like standing in front of a lot of people, because there's a lot of people out there, it's kind of crazy. But I guess they're kind of used to it too. You would think.
Yeah, you would think at LSU. I mean, they got a big stadium. Yeah, so far, yeah, neighbors.
I
So
think
neighbors
Tennessee's
was 20.
probably going tackle or edge rusher here. Do you know the Rams haven't picked in the first round in 2,900 days?
Wow.
It was something like I thought it was 8 years.
I mean, that's what that is. It's like 8 years.
Is that what it is?
That's because like the
Yeah,
Rams don't
that's
like
insane.
draft picks.
Well, because they just dumped them all to get that one ring.
Hey, can you scroll down a little bit, Eric?
Yeah.
Thank you. Remember all those drafts we saw that had the Tennessee Titans get alt?
Every single mock draft we did had alt to Tennessee.
Yeah. What do you think?
Tennessee
Takes a few tackles then?
They
Or are
need
they
like
getting-
just about everything.
I could maybe this is where a corner goes, but yeah, I could see tackle or corner.
I think it's gonna be a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they just pick up Ridley?
Yeah, they paid a lot of money to receiver, but it's Brian Callahan, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's probably gonna have a lot of the same philosophies as
right. So you
Zach
know it's
Taylor,
not gonna be
so-
a tight end because Brian Callahan hates tight ends.
I think they'll go, and they already have a tight end, I think.
It's true.
I think they'll go Dallas Turner.
Okay,
That's
I like
that's
that.
a
right.
good pick. Yep, I like it.
High upside.
What about that
edge
really
rusher.
fast linebacker? I feel like he's gonna go high just because he's fast.
Who is
You
this?
think
Well-
Brian Callahan's first pick?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, yeah,
Brian
you're right.
Callahan's
You're right.
not making
You're
the
right.
decisions.
It's either gonna be. Yeah, you're right. I think it's either gonna be a tackle or a receiver.
I don't think it's gonna be a tackle either. I think it's gonna be a receiver
I keep forgetting it's Brian Callahan, but
because the Bengals, like, I mean, I haven't heard them bad mouthing tackles, but they didn't pick very many. I guess I take it back. What's his face's first pick as coach of the Bengals was a tackle. Zach Taylor's first pick, they picked Jonah Williams. So I can see tackle here. But I still feel wide receiver. Feel it in my heart.
If Odunze goes down to 9, do you think the Bears pick him up?
Yes. Why not?
I would think that the Bears would be targeting a receiver.
I hope they take a receiver, but I still have a weird feeling about Murphy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just feel like that's like a good combination because like if you get your quarterback and your receiver both on the same timeline.
But don't they still have two good receivers though?
Well, one
And
of
a
them is
decent tight end?
One of them is Keenan Allen, who's only on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
But don't they have DJ Moore and
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get another one on a rookie
Three-headed
deal.
monster.
They're old.
Well, couldn't
DJ
they
Moore-
wait until like the top of the second round to get a receiver?
They
A
could.
really good one? Like that's when they could get
I
like
don't think
Worthy
they-
or
Or
I
legit,
don't-
maybe.
I didn't think they had a second-round pick.
oh, you might be right about that.
Why would they not? Am I missing?
They've
Um,
traded it.
No.
I thought that was like part of that whole
Oh, yeah, I
Carolina
guess.
trade,
Guess so.
or maybe not.
They got rid of it somewhere.
Yeah.
So far, nobody that we thought the Bengals were going to get has been picked.
That's
Although
good.
I
So far.
would have been happy with any of 4, 5, and 6.
Well, this is setting up really well. So for the Vikes,
Yeah. yeah.
Because
except the
guess what?
Falcons are going to pick a QB, right?
Absolutely. Well, if they're smart, they would.
Yeah.
I feel like they have
Turkey
been mocked a
Boy
lot
is-
to get like Turner or one of the defensive ends.
Yeah. They could use a lot of things.
Yeah.
Except for
I
running
thought they
back.
were going to go with Latham or somebody like that. I've seen
Hmm.
the Falcons mocked a lot of defensive ends or D
Yeah.
tackles even.
Are the Raiders going to take a quarterback possibly?
If
Or
Penix
do
is
they-
available, I
Mhm.
bet they would.
Hmm.
But they would probably just hold out to the second round.
That makes sense.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Minshew, he's just like this guy who's borderline starter, I feel like.
Well, I think
He-
you have to look at the blueprint, right? Which is right now the blueprint is the Texans, where you build the team and then plug the quarterback in. Which right now the Raiders do not have a team at all.
Well, a good defense.
They've got a
I mean,
great
they-
defense, but their offense is in
and they could
shambles.
make that stronger.
Even though they
too.
have Devontae Adams, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought their offensive line's okay.
Yeah.
there's just something fundamentally wrong with it. But I don't know, maybe a good QB
A
right
good
now.
QB and you get a running back, and then you're fine.
Yeah. Maybe the problem last year was the quarterbacking, but part of the problem
does
was the
have a big
quarterbacking.
impact on NFL games.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just feel like the wherever they have him, like sitting, they need
Dallas
to put
Turner
it closer
called.
to the stage.
Hmm.
JC Latham.
Oh wow. Okay.
Alabama
Okay.
offensive tackle.
Yeah.
High upside.
Parody.
All right.
Huh? Same as Zach.
Yeah,
That's the
I think
exact
we
same
get
thing.
Mims. I think the Bengals get the Mims.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would not be upset at that. Because we've especially done well drafting in the second round defensively.
Well, look at what they did. They got themselves
Well,
somebody
the
to protect Will
the
Levis.
tackles are coming off the board faster than predicted, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
Yeah, so far
No.
because there was only supposed to be one tackle taken in
No.
the top 10. No,
It was Fashanu was like the consensus second tackle taken in the top 10.
I thought it
but
was
I just
the
meant
Oregon
rate of tackles going
guy.
off, right? Because most of the things most of our mocks, of course, it's all PFF stuff, but most of our mocks had the first tackle going 7, but the first tackle went 5. So that's one less tackle.
Well,
I don't know. I feel
The
like in the
Falcons
earlier
throw Roma
mocks,
dudes in.
they had Fashanu. Like Alt and Fashanu were, I don't know. I've seen a lot of variations, but I think more recently there was a lot of buzz for Latham that he was going to make the top 10.
Yeah.
yeah. He was
Oh,
moving up.
Falcons pick is in. That's good.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I think they go
The
defense
trade
here,
is in?
right? Because they've got weapons.
They don't have a quarterback.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I keep forgetting they have Kirk Cousins.
So I think they go defensive line of some kind here.
Well, according to the Vikings fans, Kirk Cousins is not a quarterback. You have no quarterback
He's a
down there in Atlanta.
businessman.
Kirk Cousins gets a lot of hate for being like a top 12 guy every year.
Yeah,
He's the modern day Andy Dalton.
unnecessarily.
That's a good comp, Andy
He's
Dalton.
skinny Andy Dalton because Andy Dalton's like, fullback now.
Come on, hurry up. Get through this JC Latham footage. We want to see the pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Roger, run out there.
Well, I think I remember Latham getting
Okay, let's look at
blown
our
by
comp.
in the
Let's look at
Rose
our
Bowl.
view of J.C. Latham. So
Okay.
Josh had him as the third best tackle.
leverage.
I said he was strong.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
So I also he was in my top 5. I was not a fan of the two guys ranked ahead. I was not a fan of
Get to the
Fashanu
pick. Come
and
on.
Fuaga.
You know who's going to go offensive line is the Jets.
No.
So many people have Bowers going to the Jets.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going Bowers.
I mean, at this rate, I kind of feel like Bowers might be there. But
yeah, I would not be surprised if all the tackles are gone by the time the
Well,
Bengals pick.
If the tackles are gone, man, Brock Bowers, baby.
Although, I mean, I still think that one of Mims or Guyton will be there.
Yeah.
No, I feel pretty confident about Mims.
Yeah.
Because there's still Fashanu.
Yep.
Fuaga.
Guyton.
Although I do like Fuaga, though.
I'm surprised nobody went. Well, maybe Tyler Guyton's going to be saved for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I think he goes late first round, maybe early second round.
Yeah. I'm thinking the Chiefs need him. Oh, man.
So quarterbacks, how many quarterbacks are left? So far,
three.
So there are two left.
If you ask me, none of them are left. But
hey, no need.
I mean, I just think it's a bad move to go McCarthy.
They said Michael Penix, considering.
Oh, really? I like Penix.
I think Penix and Nick. I would be fine with Penix or Nix. I am not a McCarthy fan. And I like Nix because he had a very high completion ratio. I mean, it's like what 78% or something, 77%.
He's
ridiculous.
He's the only quarterback that people are talking about that I've seen play live.
Yeah,
and that was against like the Bearcats when they had that really good secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, when he was at Indiana.
Yeah, and he was like, he was driving me crazy. Like it looked like he was always throwing it. And he threw like 5 passes that I thought should have been picked, and I was like, this guy's just getting lucky. And I was so mad.
He throws into tight windows.
But then, like having watched him play at Washington, I'm just like, oh no, he's just good.
My only concern with Penix is he's like 25.
He will be 25. Yep.
And then
check.
And it'll be like 35 when he becomes a starter because
he's got a pretty extensive injury history, which I know doesn't mean much, but
well, yeah, he played 2 full seasons in Washington.
It's just with his legs.
Michael Penix.
Well, guy still runs a 4.5, so.
Wow, Penix.
I told you they were taking a quarterback, and you guys mocked me.
What?
I told you.
Why would they do that? Wow.
They did it. You know why they did this? To spite the Vikings.
Huh.
Spite.
Well,
I can't even believe
There's a
it.
scenario where this makes sense, and that's you have him sit behind Kirk for 4 years. Kirk retires, and then
You know what?
Penix is
I think
up and
your
ready.
whole theory about whoever was picking 5th being on the phone, I think that was
I can't even believe it. I am in disbelief.
That's just really confusing to
I believe
me.
it because I thought the whole time everybody was sleeping on Penix. I thought he's really good.
Yeah, but
maybe he's a touch old, but
why?
They compared him to Joe Flacco?
Yeah, that's weird.
That is
No, he's not Flacco-ish.
That's blasphemy. I mean, I
think
know
he's
like
got a big arm, but I feel like he's way more mobile than Flacco. Like what?
Yeah. He's closer to, I don't know.
I don't think Penix is really that mobile, is
that
he?
Deshaun Watson character.
he's fast.
And,
he ran like a
I said more
4.6
mobile
or
than Joe
4.7.
Flacco. Like it's not a high
yeah.
bar, but I'm just saying.
Flacco's like a 5 flat, 5'1" guy. I remember his rookie year where he like ran a touchdown, like a 60-yard touchdown against the Bengals, and it was like watching someone run down the middle of a football field in slow motion. And I'm like, why?
You know what was similar to that?
What?
When our backup quarterback ran like a 40, well, maybe it was like a 35-yard touchdown on the Steelers.
is that Browning?
Ryan Finley?
No, Finley.
Finley.
Oh, geez,
that was so
Finley.
slow. That
Yeah.
was like the same speed.
Yeah, it's
It was
just
just
like,
so slow, but there was no one around him. We're like, what is
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, it's just like, why is my TV broken? Is it glitching?
All right, Bears.
I just can't even believe.
Odunze, probably.
So,
I mean, at this point, yeah, why not? Because I didn't think he was going to make it that far. But damn,
are we going to get any defensive players in the first round?
I
or
feel like
first round?
it's got to
Dallas
happen.
Turner, man.
There's
Come
going
on.
to be a big blitz of them in this
Yeah,
like
the-
13
yeah,
through 20
I
range,
mean,
probably.
Yeah, I mean, because
Will it
edge
be
rushers
Murphy?
are so maybe.
I think they take a defensive tackle over like a true defensive end. But
I don't know, man. Pass rush is so much more valuable.
I mean, they could take
than-
Turner
Yeah.
because they run a 3-4, right? But I feel like because they just signed
Well, do you know
Sweat.
what they run now?
Haven't they always ran in a 3-4?
Well, I mean, they fired all their coaches, right?
Yeah, but I mean that's just their.
No,
what
their
they do.
defense is the same, right?
Really?
The
I would
Bears.
imagine.
I don't know
Yeah,
anything about the Bears.
Eberflus runs it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They fired their offensive staff.
Oh,
every one of them.
Yeah. Dump
They
them.
cleaned house. It's like about the only thing on offense they didn't fire is probably like the
Wait, was
training
Legit the
staff.
one that broke the records, or was it Xavier Worthy?
I thought it was
Worthy.
Xavier Worthy.
I thought
Xavier
it was
Worthy.
Worthy. I think we were wrong there. Yeah.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy. Yeah, that's the guy
It
who
was
ran the
Worthy.
4.22. Tyreek Hill. That's speed.
I mean, Legit run a sub 4.4, so he's
Yeah, but
yeah,
Legit
he's
is
4.4.
but-
he looks more like
He's
let's
better.
see, what did I say?
Debo.
No, we thought he looked like DK Metcalf.
Oh, Levitt or Leggett.
Legit.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
He's.
I mean, same
uh,
difference. I mean, they have more of that muscular build.
Well, he's what? What is he? Let's see. 6'1"
221.
and 221. Yep. Yeah. That's the Debo build.
Hell,
Metcalf's even bigger.
Yeah, Metcalf
Fashanu might be
he's
available for the Bengals.
6'4" guy.
Fashanu?
Yeah,
Oh, but I didn't like Fashanu either.
yeah. Either did I.
No, you liked him. You gave him. Well, he was
First round
your
grade.
Fifth.
He's
Right.
good.
No higher
He's-
than the fifth tackle according to your rankings. I gave him a second round grade.
Huh.
Because it means something if I say it.
Whose comment is
There it is.
who's the
Didn't
moves like he's in sand comment? What's
Where-
that on? On the bottom of the
Oh,
who is that?
we put the Kingsley
Oh.
Suom.
Rome.
Just some guy. Okay.
When we watched this film, I was legit pissed. I was like, "What? This guy?" Because he played for Yale, right?
Yeah.
Was he the Yale guy? And they were showing like his freshman film.
It was like his worst game probably
And
ever.
he looked like, and it was like he was blocking like middle school kids and like not well. And I was like, "What is this?" But he did get better.
In the news, Minnesota now has the 10th pick.
JJ
Ooh,
McCarthy,
they
come
flipped
on
it.
down.
McCarthy.
Hold on. Why would they do that?
Do what?
Why?
They jump-
Okay, if you're gonna
they jump
pick
Denver?
We
a
moved up
quarterback,
one.
assuming they pick
So
a
what did we
quarterback,
give away?
why would you
That had
trade
to
with
be
the Jets, who have Aaron Rodgers?
because someone else
Because
was going
the-
to trade with him.
Because the Jet,
Because
yeah.
Denver had enough firepower to move up to 10.
I
I
think
bet
that would be
we
the
could-
funniest
we could-
quarterback room of all time if Denver ended up with JJ McCarthy.
I think it's going to be. They're going to. I don't even know if they're going to
Feel
take a
the
quarterback.
hate. Drew hates JJ McCarthy.
I
He
just
hates
don't
him.
understand why JJ
He
McCarthy jumped
hates
from like
him.
a 4th round pick to a top
He did,
15
he
guy.
Because
never
he won a
jumped from
national
a-
championship.
That
the
means
sixth-
nothing.
He was the number
It does
6
mean
quarterback.
something.
He was a second rounder.
He's like, let's look.
I
at-
don't
let's
think
look
he
at
should have
JJ
even
McCarthy's
left
stats here.
college.
Look, first of all, Pro Football Focus had him at 28th, right?
In the draft or as a quarterback?
Overall,
I was in the draft,
Overall,
right?
he's not
Okay.
the
Overall.
28th rated quarterback. He's a 28th rated prospect.
Yeah. a late first rounder. They're just getting bumped up because of the.
Because he's 6'3", he throws the ball well, he moves well, and he's played against elite competition, and they've won. I think it matters
Oh my
to be
gosh.
the quarterback who beats Ohio State, who wins a national championship. Those are all seriously impactful things. It's someone who can operate under pressure and not mess up.
Somebody explain to me the trade here, because it still shows us as having the 11th pick as well.
Well, no,
No.
according to
That doesn't
NFL
make-
Network, it's up on the screen if you're looking
ESPN
at it.
has
But
it
I don't
in
have. I'm sorry, I don't have NFL
Okay.
Network anymore.
So, no, I meant it's on
the
our
website.
screen. It's on the website. Yeah, they
Okay.
swapped picks, 10th
Okay.
to 11th, but I don't know what else they gave them.
Why did
Okay.
they do that?
Be like a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, it has to be a 3rd rounder.
Has to
If
be a
you're
date.
going up one spot.
Oh no, it's weird.
Oh, there it is.
Honestly, it's not that bad.
4th and 5th round pick, and they get
Okay.
a 6th round pick.
That's okay.
It's weird for the Jets.
Well,
It's great for
They
the
move-
Jets because there's probably no risk because you
There's no
only
risk.
move one spot.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
one
true.
spot.
That's true. 'Cause
And
they
you
still
know,
get yours.
I'm sure like you're like, wait, who you picking? And then they're like, yeah, we weren't going to pick him. Go for it. Which is, it's got to be a quarterback, right?
yeah, it's got to
Yeah.
be McCarthy.
Unless it's Bo Nix. You know, Tommy
How old
used
is
to
Bo
work at
Nix?
the docks. Bo Nix is
24.
24.1.
Oh my gosh.
Bo Nix played 6 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been around a while.
Well,
Yes, it
he probably thought this was going to be his year. You know, who expected Caleb Williams to come out after?
The
Performing
problem is
worse.
when you play so long, you're immediately capped as a prospect, unless you're like really generational.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe that he pulled off the trade. Then I'd just be like, "Here's the card. The pick is in."
Bo Nix is interesting because if he had went out for the draft in the Pickett year,
Yeah.
when he was eligible, he would have probably gone pretty high.
Uh,
Or he would have gone higher.
The Pickett year? What's that?
That was the year where Kenny Pickett was the first quarterback off the board
Oh, I got
at
you.
like
Kenny
24.
yeah.
But then he waited, capped himself, even though his resume now is really impressive because he's had multiple like top 10 Heisman finishes. He's just
Yeah.
capped because there's guys ahead of him that are way better and are younger.
Well, it's unique to a player who played through COVID. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man.
Well, some of these guys
There are two college towns where if it doesn't work out, Bo Nix could be a multimillionaire selling life insurance. He either go back to
True.
Alabama and sell life insurance, or you could be a life insurance salesman in Eugene, Oregon.
yeah.
Just raking it in.
I'm actually surprised that was the first trade. I thought it would happen earlier.
I
There was-
did too.
But I guess there was no lies about. I mean, I guess clearly Minnesota's been trying to trade,
Yeah.
but the reason why the trade didn't happen is because,
The asking price has got to be too high.
well, that and I guess
get to
some
the
of the
fifth?
teams that you would presume they would trade with wanted the quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm still just in shock that the Falcons picked a quarterback when they clearly could use position players. You know what? What will serve them right is if Kirky Boy gets hurt because they didn't choose another offensive tackle when they need one desperately.
Well, do you know what Kirk Cousins' contract is?
massive.
Big.
yeah,
Is it
it's
like
probably
guaranteed-
the first 3 years are
I mean,
guaranteed
it's
or
Kirk
something.
guaranteed money Cousins, but
It was $45 million a year, or well, what is it? 180 with 112, I believe, guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no sense. But I called it.
But that, I mean, if you're the Falcons and you want the guy, you have the backup, I guess. They're doing the Green Bay theory.
They're just gonna develop
it just doesn't make sense. Why you're drafting one of the oldest quarterbacks and you're gonna have him sit for 2 years?
Well, they could have done it next year with a guy like
He's gonna be
I don't know.
First year starter
Dylan
when he's
Gabriel.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's crazy.
Maybe they could have developed one of those guys.
Or do they have a way of trading Cousins?
Well, I think the other way to look at it is if you assume they're going to be better than pick number 8 next year, right? They're going to have a higher record. They might make the playoffs, all that. So then if you're making the playoffs with Kirk Cousins, you can't get one of these guys to develop early if you're picking at 25. So I guess the idea is to get your guy now.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. And when you reminded me that they signed Kirk Cousins, I felt really stupid for suggesting that they pick a quarterback. But it's less stupid.
It came full circle. It was so dumb that it was smart.
Any premonitions here?
It's never a good
Are we
sign when
choosing
you're
another offensive tackle?
when your 80-year-old billionaire owner's in the office, like next to the phone, and you make a dumb pick. It's like,
Well, it's like I don't know why they didn't do something to impact the team right away, like a.
It does
edge
impact the team
rusher.
right away. It makes them worse. They
Yeah.
wasted a first-round pick.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
Do
it
you
was
think-
a weird
You
pick.
think somebody wrote down the card wrong? It's like you're supposed to go turn this card in the second round, not the first round.
It doesn't even make sense in the second round. I don't know.
Not a single defensive player off the board yet.
Nope.
Oof.
That's brutal.
Interesting. Maybe first edge rusher to Jets.
Yeah. Well, maybe watch the Vikings draft Dallas Turner or somebody.
That would be so funny.
No, we're not even going to bother with a quarterback. We're rolling with Samo.
That would be so
Asher
interesting.
Pittman. I've never heard of Asher
Oh,
Pittman.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, JJ McCarthy.
picking Dallas Turner.
Yeah, no surprise.
Because then he'd be out of his first contract by the time you would be ever
All
good
right.
again.
Reaction, Drew.
I don't know. I think it's stupid. Whatever.
Is it worse than the Penix pick?
No. I don't know. They're both equally weird picks to me. Like, I feel like there's so much history of reaching on a quarterback and it not working out over
But
the
to
recent
me-
years.
To me,
And
it
people
makes
still
more
keep
sense-
doing it.
To me, it makes more. No, that's the way you do it. Is you draft a guy high, hope he works out. If he doesn't, you pick him again. The Arizona Cardinals strategy of football. Because if he's bad,
I don't
your
think he's
team's
going to be
gonna
as bad as
and
Rosen.
You're gonna pick early.
Well, the Cardinals still haven't been good.
This is true. They should have picked another quarterback this year. They should have picked McCarthy.
They should have. I wish they did. Oh, Vikings. What can we say?
Okay. Next.
I think
gen
I
stats,
honestly
them
do
an
think they got
83.
their guy. I think they got their guy that they wanted. They were
They were like,
They
can we
locally-
get Kirk Cousins, but just a little bit faster? Just like,
yeah. Well, this guy he doesn't know how to get the ball in the air. It seems like he just throws really low fastballs.
Oh, he's from LaGrange.
He just struck me as a player he's more of a game manager type of player, and
That's
doesn't-
what I. That's
he doesn't
kind of
push the ball downfield, and that's what we needed. We needed a Penix kind of thrower who get the ball way downfield to those big receivers.
that's my issue. Is that I just don't. When I was watching Michigan games, especially later, like in the playoffs and the Ohio State game, it just didn't seem like he was. It seemed like they were winning with him, not because of him. If that makes sense.
I see what you're saying, but I disagree totally.
I think he's a good enough game manager.
They beat all the best teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that if your quarterback is just a game manager.
No,
You
JJ
gotta-
McCarthy did not beat Alabama. He helped beat Alabama, but he's not like the reason they won.
Well,
what's the reason they won?
Their entire team was top to bottom the best in the country
No.
all year.
No.
Yeah.
well, good running game. Good.
Oh yeah, and like the best running game in the
So
country.
your theory is that Michigan just like outclassed Ohio State roster top to bottom. And
Pretty much top. I mean, obviously,
carried JJ McCarthy, who's mediocre.
I'm not saying they carried JJ McCarthy.
Well,
He
that's what
was
you
part
said,
of
that
it.
he
No,
was
that's
on
not what
the
I
team.
said. I'm saying they're winning with him, and he's part of the system. But he's not. He's
I
not
think
going to be a game
McCarthy-
changer.
I think McCarthy would have been Sean Payton's dream quarterback, to be honest.
Completely malleable. Yeah.
Mount Young, you can mold him into the next Drew Brees. So
I don't know.
I
Sean
think
Payton likes drafting.
I think
quarterbacks.
our head coach is going to be happy with that pick, though.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that JJ McCarthy is a surefire NFL talent. I'm just saying, like, he makes sense as a top 10 pick because he plays quarterback and he's a winner.
For sure.
They proved to be a game manager in the NFL, but in college, I don't think you could call him that. I don't think that's fair because you just can't.
No, in college he's better than a game manager, but he managed games.
I just disagree with like the assertion that Michigan's roster top to bottom was better than Ohio State and Alabama.
Really?
Yeah.
Please be a defensive player.
It's probably going to be an edge
I
rusher.
do
Brock
kind of
Bowers,
agree with
maybe?
that, Eric. It's like I
Or
feel
they might
like they
go
had a good
tackle.
offensive
They might
line,
go tackle.
good running
Squad
game,
level.
Oh,
okay
Olu.
quarterback. Fashion.
No defense yet.
Fashanu.
I'll take that.
I like it. They're protecting the old man.
Roger Goodell needs to button up his shirt.
Why?
It's just so weird to look at. He's not wearing it well.
Avert your eyes.
Okay.
He's not have it on well.
Denver is on the clock. What do you think?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix?
Bo Nix.
Nix.
Let's do a clean
I mean,
sweep.
Eric.
Hey, six out of 12 isn't bad.
Eric,
So
what are you
we had 5
prognosticating?
quarterbacks in
Because
the top 10. 1, 2, 3,
5 in the top
4,
10.
5 in the top 10.
yeah,
So if they pick a quarterback here, it would be exactly half of the first 12
Yeah,
picks.
and then there's like no more quarterbacks.
That's not true.
no,
Let's go to the
there's a
big
lot of
board.
guys who could be developed.
We'll go
Rattler.
on the big board.
Rattler, yeah, Spencer Rattler he's
We
an
got Bo
interesting guy.
Nix, Spencer Rattler,
Michael Pratt from Tulane.
Jordan
Keaton
Davis,
Slovis. Jordan
Joe
Travis
Milton. Joe
snapped his
Milton-
leg in half.
Yeah, I like Joe
Milton is
Milton.
going to get drafted because he's like a
Jack Plummer. Is
freakish
that
athlete.
Jake
Yes.
Plummer's brother?
Kid.
Oh,
It's a
his
son.
kid? What?
What? Where is he?
Jack Plummer, Louisville. He's 11th on the best available QBs.
Yeah.
Wow, that's his kid?
How long ago do you think
Oh my
Plummer was
gosh.
playing?
A long time ago. Because
It was a while ago.
I remember
He beat
playing,
the
him playing
Patriots.
at Arizona State while I was in high school.
Yeah,
Okay, so no, that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. That's a long time ago, man.
The weird one is Drake Kirkpatrick's kid just committed to
Oh
Alabama.
yeah, that is weird.
I don't know if you saw that
Why is that weird?
because Drake Kirkpatrick was drafted in like 2016.
What?
Drake Kirkpatrick?
Maybe like
For the Bengals?
2000.
Yeah, the Bengals cornerback Drake Kirkpatrick.
In 26, I feel like he played for the Bengals more than 8 years.
Now somebody's looking it up.
that's
Look that up. Somebody fact check that.
Yeah, fact check me.
It was mostly Marvin Lewis.
Oh
era,
no,
but
2012.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I
a
said.
little late. And then yeah,
Gonna
still
start seeing
still-
16-year-old quarterbacks in the college world. The NIL money is just getting to be too much.
Who's
You gotta
that?
get in college early.
I think Georgia lost the #1 quarterback recruit to Nebraska.
Well, is that because Carson Beck stayed?
Well, no, because he's going next year, right?
It might be because
Or
guy's dad is
I think that was the reason.
Nebraska legend.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dang,
Hey,
maybe
the
he
Big
didn't like
Ten
Georgia.
coming on.
Just go to the pick. I don't want to hear about JJ
So
McCarthy
5
listening to Bob
quarterbacks and
Marley.
3 offensive tackles.
You know who I wouldn't mind in the second round?
Isn't it 3 receivers too?
Jatavion Sanders.
Yeah.
So it's only been
receivers.
tackles, receivers, and quarterbacks picked.
Yep.
Yep.
These are the 3 like highest paid positions right now besides edge rushers.
Yeah. So
Did you just
yeah.
predict the next pick?
Did he?
Is it
Well,
gonna be an edge?
call Bo Nix right now. I don't think they need defense, right? They need a quarterback. So they're looking at Jarrett Stidham right now.
I just feel like that's Sean Payton's like style. Is that like he wants to take other teams' castaways and turn them into like Super Bowl winners.
Was Breeze a castaway from the Chargers? Or I think they just picked Rivers,
yes.
right?
Oh, they traded him, didn't they?
Well, Rivers
Yes.
wasn't going to play as long as Drew Brees was still winning. That was the problem.
Well, remember Drew Brees tore up his shoulder real bad.
Yeah. Yep. He lost his job during injury. That's right.
Yeah, so that's why they got rid of him. I think it was a free agent signing by the Saints.
Yeah. Probably was.
Because how long ago that was what got Nick Saban fired, right? Or no, he that's why he snuck out of the back door in the middle of the night and went to Alabama. Was he passed on Drew Brees
In the draft or as a free agent?
as a free agent?
Well, to be fair, I don't think if the Dolphins at that time, he was coaching for the Dolphins, correct?
Yes.
I don't think if they picked Breeze up, he would have been as good. I think he got put into a great situation with the Saints.
Yeah, but they would have been much better as a
They would have
team.
been better, but they weren't 2-14. Like they weren't going anywhere fast, or they were like really bad in the mid 2000s.
So defense, we think maybe defense.
Well, quarterback or
It's
defense?
Bo Nix or defense.
Edge.
I don't see any other.
Bo
offense.
Nix. Bo Nix.
Call it Bo Nix.
Hey,
That'd be awesome.
how about
Oh, I should
that or
I should start marking who's been picked on our
you know what?
on our tackle list.
You know who this draft is lining up for is the Los Angeles Rams to pick heir apparent defensive tackle Byron Murphy.
Huh.
How would you like that? Because he plays a lot like that's his style of game. A little bit smaller, he gets the leverage underneath.
So far it's been.
Does he bench
Alt.
500 pounds?
Who's been picked so far?
He's one of the stronger guys.
Joe Alt.
Yeah, I really
Fashanu,
like
and
Byron
Latham.
Murphy.
So
Okay, I don't like this team needs page because they also need a quarterback, and they're just not acknowledging it. Did I forget something? Who do the Broncos have on their team? I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure it's not a quarterback.
They have Stidham and Zach Wilson.
oh yeah.
Oh, they have Zach Wilson. I forgot. They don't need
Yeah,
a
they don't need a
quarterback.
They
quarterback.
don't need
That's Sean Payton's style, is to like pick up Zach Wilson.
Oh, if Zach Wilson is good with the Broncos, that would be so fun.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, no way.
Hey!
pick his head. There we go. Shall we review all like
Called my shot.
40,000 passes that he made?
Okay, will the
while
Raiders
playing?
take a defensive tackle?
6
Yeah.
quarterbacks in the top 12.
That's it. Well, I think
Amazing.
Spencer Rattler, here we
broke
go,
the record
13.
in 2000 last 20 years. I don't think there's been. What is it? It's been a long time since there's been more than 5 quarterbacks selected in the first round. So
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's insane.
this will work out great for the Bengals
Yeah, and we can have anybody we want.
as long as they keep picking quarterbacks.
I'm guessing. What do you think?
I think this is where Brock Bowers goes.
Really?
Could be
Uh,
Bowers, maybe a corner.
Didn't the Raiders just pick Michael Mayer a year ago?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they
Those
finally go
guys.
defense and it's a corner.
Yeah, I could see,
I could see a corner.
the top corner at pick 13.
Mitchell?
That's like really good value.
Yeah, I like Mitchell. It's
Yeah.
my favorite, but on the Raiders, I can kind of see them picking
Wait,
one of
that's
the
a lie. Nate
Alabama.
Wiggins was your favorite.
Oh yeah, I guess it
Man.
was. I guess I believed all the buzz, but from what I understand, the consensus is Mitchell. So I tend to believe
Quinion
that.
Mitchell is the consensus top guy,
Yeah.
but Tyrion Arnold would not be a bad pick either.
No.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I'm almost
It's shaping
more
up to where like
interested-
the last 10 picks of the draft is going to have to be defense or the
Yeah.
first round.
I'm
Like
almost more
everyone's going to pick
interested-
defensive
There's
players.
not going to be any offensive tackle
Right.
left.
in day 2 for the Bengals than I am about what we do at 18.
In the first 12 picks, there's only been 3 different positions
That's insane.
and 6 quarterbacks. That's
This is like really economical drafting. Because-
Get it done with.
It's a salary cap league.
Yeah, even though the salary cap didn't it just bump up by like 30 million?
Still, that makes it even
Yeah.
more of an advantage.
Well, have you seen the projections for the cap further out? Oh my gosh, it's not that
Oh, yeah.
long until it hits 400 million.
Yeah.
It's only like 5 years away from 400 million.
Man, Uncle Rico's going to have to play a lot this year. They're probably planning on picking one of these guys as a developmental quarterback, and they're all gone. That's why I feel like they're going to have to do something weird, like pick Bowers or. But I mean,
No team left drafting that doesn't have a quarterback, so there you go.
Well, you could argue that the Colts.
Well, the Colts might not. Well, no, they have Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
He'll be back.
Yeah. Joe Milton.
Man, Joe Milton. Whoever picks, man, that would be so funny.
you got it, Brock Bowers.
There it is.
How about that? Interesting, because they have Mayer.
Well, Mayer's not that good.
That's true.
Nah,
Gonna do some 21.
Is that defense offensive formation? Two
Yeah,
tight end?
21. 2 tight end.
Yeah. No, I think it's like more that like Mayer is just like
Not that good.
like one of the
Just
Bengals
okay.
tight ends. Yeah. Just like you need him. He'll probably have a long career, but like I don't think he's like a
He'll be like a Conklin,
difference
Tyler
maker.
Conklin.
okay. So do a Saints take a defensive player?
Do we still have Awuzie?
No.
Is he on the
No.
roster? No.
No, he went to the Titans.
Oh, he did. You're right. Okay, so I would not be mad at any of these
Someone's playing solitaire right now.
like top 12,
That is awesome.
any of these like top 12 guys left on the best available except for the center from Duke. I don't think we go center. But all these guys fit.
Hey, he's
Kind
played every position that center in Duke. He's played all of it. Tackle to tackle. So
Yeah, last time we drafted a center in the first round didn't go too Although that turned into BJ Hill, which turned into a Super Bowl appearance. So
Which is funny because like there was like someone like I think ESPN tweeted it out like the most reliable first round picks and center was like number one. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know which one didn't work.
Yeah.
of course, it's the one the Bengals picked.
Yep. It's like a 92% hit rate on
Yeah.
centers.
It's just like all but one
Except for the
worked.
Bengals. Yep. That seems about right. Wide receivers are lowest and centers are the highest on the hit rate.
I
there.
thought QBs were the lowest.
No, it's only a 27% hit rate on receivers.
I guess you're picking the most receivers, though, probably.
Yeah. Receivers and
It's
DBs.
just kind of a numbers game.
Yeah.
Many stats are numbers games.
In sports.
What do you think?
Somebody just
Go ahead.
messed up mixing the
This-
audio on
This
ESPN.
has gotta be what? It has to be defense, right?
I think it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Unless
I'm thinking it's
Byron
another
Murphy,
quarterback.
Dallas
Screw it.
Turner. Are they going tackle or are they going edge?
Yeah, that's crazy. You get to pick the top edge rusher.
the top edge rusher at 14. Whew.
You know, this is lining up well for the Vikings to get somebody to play some defense for them.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna kind of get whoever we want here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
Still
funny
three
thing
picks.
is that if this continues, it plays right into the hands of like the teams that picked at the beginning of the round. You know?
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that it plays into the hands of like the teams that we are directly competing with in the AFC.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
You-
too.
you
It's like,
mean-
oh, great.
Is
The
there's-
Steelers get to pick whichever
the-
edge rusher they want.
Yeah,
right?
that's
It's like, oh,
amazing.
perfect.
Or that center.
Yeah.
Oh, they actually probably would go O-line because their offensive line is bad.
Well,
right
let's
now.
see.
But I mean, the Jaguars get whoever they want. Steelers get a good guy. Dolphins, all these teams that we're directly in competition with.
Yeah.
Well, the Steelers pick after you, thankfully. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter because there's still going to be probably still going to be a top tackle or edge rusher.
yeah, they got to pick somebody to knock Joe Burrow down.
They could put anybody out there and they'll get knocked down. I don't know. Kind of falling apart.
Man, they are taking a long time for this pick again.
We got Von
Yeah.
Bell back. We're going back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about how much the cap has went up. Now we know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got fun that cap.
Well, I mean, over even just the normal broadcast of a football game, they've interjected so many commercials just because of replays and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It's kind of crazy. Like they're even cutting away from the replays just to show commercials.
No, it's amazing how much of an event they've turned the draft into. I mean,
More people watch this than the NBA Finals, which is kind of crazy.
wow. But like, look at how many people are there live,
I
That
know.
is kind of crazy.
and it's like there's nothing going on.
Wasn't there an estimated 300,000 people coming to Detroit for this?
That's kind of weird because I feel like it's more fun to watch. Like, why would you want to go there?
Oh well,
I mean, I get
this-
for the
This is
experience.
coming from someone who has
Been.
has been to the draft and likes going to the draft. It's just crazy that many people are like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but I feel like we had more of an experience though.
I just
I
feel like
think-
there's not a lot of people who would want to go sit for 3.5, 4 hours and watch
Yeah.
Roger Goodell come on the stage every 5 minutes.
Because the way they're
Every
doing it
10
now,
minutes.
it's like they're just stuffing as much people as they can in one open area. Like you can't really do anything. You're just standing there like it's a
Mhm.
concert, but it's a really slow playing concert.
yeah.
Like imagine if you were in the middle of it and you had to go pee or something. Like that would suck.
Well, I'm wondering what it's going to be like next year in Green Bay.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna be pretty
brutal.
crazy.
Can you imagine? It will get the late April snowfall out there.
Did you see
20
the
inches of snow.
renderings for the new Chicago stadium?
Yeah. Yes.
That looks really good.
Now, yeah. $4 billion project. Nice.
Well, I mean, that's going to get Final Fours. It'll get Super Bowls.
Yep. That's the
It'll
only
get the
reason
drafts.
they don't have a Super Bowl is they didn't have a covered stadium.
They should go play the Super Bowl in open stadiums up north anyway. I think they should go back to doing that. But
Yes.
here we go.
Oh, everybody's clapping. All right, everybody clap. We want to look smart.
Dallas Turner. Let's call it.
Dallas Turner?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's got to be right.
He's got to
I'd
get
take
picked
it.
at some point.
As long as
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't
not
be mad
any
at
of the
Dallas
top.
Turner on the Bengals.
No.
I'd love that, actually.
Come on. Hustle out there to the stage.
Why is Nick Saban doing this? Is he?
Well,
He's retired.
he's got nothing better to do.
And they probably paid him a crap ton of money.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already got a crap ton of money. At what point
Yeah.
is it I guess he's not that old. It's not like he's.
He's old.
He's, what,
How old is
72?
he? He's 72.
Yeah. I think it's something like that.
All right, here we go. What are we getting? What are the Saints getting?
Damn.
Ooh. Still
Not
more
you-
offense, huh?
Aga.
Not the guy you were wanting, so
I like him.
wow. One defensive player. So far.
Hey, keep it going. No defensive players until the second round.
The only thing I didn't like about him was that he was kind of old, but dude just was so physical.
Yeah.
Pancakes, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mims
You
is
had
gonna be
him
there.
as your second favorite.
Yeah, I wanted him at least be an option.
I just
He
thought
showed
he
up big
was.
time at the
I didn't
Senior
like his
Bowl.
leverage. I thought he plays high.
Hey, did you hear what they just said? If you can't play tackle, be a great guard.
Yeah.
We were so close. But I'll still take Mims.
Well, Mims was your favorite.
Yeah.
Mims can sit behind Brown too if he needs to.
Like I feel like from when we did that to now, it's changed a little bit. But no, I definitely liked Mims, Fuaga, Latham. And I like Fatanu or whatever his name is, Troy. Like I wouldn't take him actually over Guyton.
Oh, yeah.
I
What?
think
You like
another thing that
Fatano
hurt
better than
Guyton. Yeah,
Tyler
well,
Guyton.
they're both actually kind of older, but I just feel like Fatanu, like he could potentially play tackle, but he would be a really good guard. I feel like.
Yeah, at this point, I would rather pick like either the guard or the center over like the seventh best tackle. Like if we get past Mims,
Yeah,
Yeah,
once
if
you get
Mims
past
is
then
not
you
there-
gotta go interior guy. Well, no, I like.
No, you go defense.
I liked. I take it back. I like Morgan and I like Guyton. So I guess I would take either of those guys. But that's crazy to think that at pick 18, knowing that 6 quarterbacks have been picked, the best you could get is the fifth pick tackle. It's crazy.
Is that desperation, you think?
No, I think there are a lot of good
Are they-
tackles in this draft.
Okay. I didn't know if it was that or they're desperate and they're matching team need to it, or it's a little bit different flow than most drafts, which seem to mix up offense and defense. You know, you always have the quarterbacks go early, and then from there it seems like cornerbacks or edge rushers.
Yeah, but the weirdest thing is if you pick 15, you can get the top,
the
first
best
pick
defensive player in the
player.
draft.
Like,
I
Well,
wouldn't
like
mind
if you-
going Quinion Mitchell if he's still there.
Like
Yes, he is.
if you told the Colts, like, okay, you can have any defensive player you want.
And they can.
I think they should because is Pittman still on their team? I think so, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So they're set on offense because they got Richardson, they got a good offensive line.
Well, I don't know. I don't think
Well,
Richardson's the guy, but you can't
Mate,
pick a quarterback
he was
even
playing
if you wanted
great.
to.
Maybe they're going to choose Brian
Forget
Thomas, receiver from LSU. Let's just change it up. Going all offense all the time.
Pick is not in. It's taking a while here.
Yeah. They probably don't know what to do with all these tackles gone.
That guy's chewing tobacco.
Well, and it would make sense if they trade down.
Somebody's got to want to trade up, though.
Well, who wants to trade up when all the players that
They're falling, yeah.
that you would think somebody wants are going to come to you anyway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there'd be anyone worth trading up for. It would have to be a receiver, I would think.
I don't even know. Yeah.
I don't even think it's worth trading up for a receiver because it's still such a deep class at receiver.
Yeah.
Like Brian Thomas, Leggett, Mitchell, Lamakaki.
Okay, maybe if you get the best
Worthy.
corner, I could see
Yeah.
that. Or maybe edge rusher. I mean, you could still get the best edge rusher, tackle, and corner. So that,
Yeah.
or I guess just the best defensive player. Like,
Right.
Quinion Mitchell. I would not be mad at Quinion Mitchell.
Yeah.
no, they made their pick.
Maybe edge rusher.
Literally, at worst, we get Jared Verse, which is insane because he was mock top 10 a while ago.
I
yeah,
mean,
in terms of defensive players, the Bengals are going to have options that we never thought possible.
yeah. Well, I mean, you could the AFC South. Don't you have to pick an edge rusher? You got to get those quarterbacks on the ground.
Yeah.
They have. There's too many good quarterbacks in the AFC South if you're the Colts.
I feel like I'm going to say corner. I don't know who their corners are.
I'm thinking through it a little more.
Ooh, hey, Braden Fisk in the second round, Josh. Still looking, it's looking better than we thought.
Yeah, I don't know because like a lot of these teams are not going to pick defense early in the second.
Yeah, but there's like
Yep.
so many dudes rated higher. I can also see the Bengals going for
No, because I
Luque.
think he's probably rated higher than that. I know Sweat dropped a lot.
Yeah.
Well, he's got issues.
Yeah.
I feel like he did it to. Well, they're all do it to themselves, but it sounds like that's something that he's just going to get dropped down to the third round or something like that.
See, I always thought he was a third rounder to begin with, but I think he might be a fourth rounder now. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, because I feel like he's just too much of a specialty player.
Yo,
I guess I can kind of see a third round, but he
Latu.
can only play.
You think Latu?
Latu.
That'd be crazy if he was the first pick.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of crazy.
I mean, gosh, why wouldn't you go Turner?
Yeah, no, the
There
upside.
you go.
is good.
You got it. Latu.
Hey!
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, prescient.
I'm hitting. That's so crazy.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
It's
I
he's the
always thought
second
he was-
best. He's the second best edge rusher. I mean,
Well,
It's
think-
also Dallas Turner's kind of a little raw.
If you're just talking about pure pressure, pass rusher, yeah, but I think he's just more than that. Like he's just a defensive lineman.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
you put him
more-
anywhere.
I think Latu is
I
a good player.
And honestly,
on
I'm
the
glad he
Byron
went to
Murphy
the
train.
Colts and nowhere in the AFC North. I was kind of
Yeah.
worried about that.
Is it gonna be like a Marvin Lewis era pick for the Bengals where they just pick a corner?
I always thought
Quinn-
if they had the best available corner
Hey,
or an option,
Quinion
then-
Mitchell, baby.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like the Seahawks kind of have to pick a corner. I felt like that was always there.
Yeah, they're dealing
Or-
with a lot.
Maybe they get a defensive tackle now.
Yeah.
It's just funny to see the needs go down and down and down and down. Everybody's like the same. Same needs. Edge, cornerback.
He was older too, right? I think he was like 23.
Yeah, he had those. Well, in theory, didn't he play 6? He was out for 6 years.
23.3. Oh,
Jeez.
his rankings switched quite a bit
Yeah,
by PFF.
Yeah, because I
Because
think
when we looked at it, he was like rated way lower.
because there's injury concerns, but I feel like
yeah.
But he went up to 10, and he passed Dallas Turner in terms.
yeah,
of
he was like the
ranking.
number 1 pass rusher or defensive end. I like Chop Robinson.
Yeah.
I mean, he may be an option in the second round with how everything's falling.
Oof, that'd be cool.
At this rate, you're going to be able to get Jared Verse in the second round.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be crazy if he actually makes it out of the first round of Chop Robinson because I feel like he tested it really well and he's got really good production. So it's like
There's going to
should
be
be a first rounder.
a blitz of edge rushers here in the mid teens to 20s. I mean,
Does the Jaguars need an edge rusher?
no. They need an offensive line.
Gosh.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear we're going defense here, right?
You mean for the
I don't know.
Seahawks or for the Bengals?
Well, for the Bengals, it has to be.
I mean, if Mims is not there, then yeah, I think
Oh,
you go
Mims,
from
yeah,
Murphy.
Mims. I would be okay with Mims.
I'm Mims,
Unless, I mean,
Murphy,
it's
Fatanu.
possible one of these two teams takes Seahawks or Jags takes Murphy.
I mean, maybe even the best corner at this point.
I don't think we should do that with all these other more premium positions on the board.
Corners are expensive.
True.
Well, if they go for the pass rusher, me personally, I like Verse better than the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then Turner.
Yeah, than Turner.
Turner's upside is way higher, but I don't know if that's what.
Is
we're
he
looking
younger?
for. Well, he's just like an absolute freak, but
He's an edge rusher, but he's not like a heavy defensive end.
he's light.
Turner's
light.
6'4", 242.
Oh, he's 21.
Yeah, versus 6'4",
Versus-
260.
Verse could move
Yeah.
in potentially.
How old is he?
Verse.
23.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's older.
I mean, Dallas Turner's like a Miles Murphy type of pick, which I don't think you do here. I think Miles Murphy's going to break out this year. Call it right here. He's going to have a great year.
I know
Look at
this
those
might sound
drafts,
crazy,
though,
but
like that first defensive player picked in that list, they were all awesome.
I keep on waiting for Byron Murphy to go. I mean,
It'll be before 20.
yeah, the Bengals.
The Bengals might
I-
pick Murphy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if Mims is not there, then I definitely want
would-
Murphy.
I would really like Murphy.
Right now it's Mims, Murphy. Actually, I take Newton. Newton's
Newton's good.
bet.
Yeah,
Newton's good. Johnny Newton is good.
he's a big guy. He'll plug it up.
Possibly Fatanu.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's getting down there.
And then if the best available corner's there, then that makes sense to me too. But
Yeah, I like that Morgan guy. Let's look at the tackle big board. See how that changed at PFF.
Still probably going to be sitting there with what, Guyton and Mims at the top of the
Mims.
board.
Oh, Barton moved up.
yeah, he actually might be an option, to be honest.
Did
Yeah,
not
he
like
fits
it.
the bill. He's 21, 6'5", plays multiple positions. That could be the
Yeah.
pick.
He plays it all. He's a Swiss Army knife for your line.
But I would still take Murphy over him, though.
Yeah,
Murphy over Barton.
Yeah. But he
Yeah,
wouldn't
kind-
necessarily be a bad pick at 18.
it kind of surprises me that there's not been more of a run on defensive tackles because everybody seemed to be giving them a lot of money this year, and
Yeah.
So I added.
boy, that
Newton,
seemed to be
or
because
added-
of the demand curve for them. There's
What do they do? Are they trying to hit 2 hours through the first half here?
probably
This is taking a long time.
they're just slow it down.
Well, it says the Seahawks picks is in, but
Yeah,
But they're not done with their commercials, so.
gotta run those commercials.
Well, it's good though. Usually they run a commercial when the Bengals pick. So
And they
Well, the
will
pick-
again.
they will
Yeah.
again. Yeah. The pick is
fair.
And like the worst part is like they gotta like commentate even before they say the pick. It's like, no, just start with the pick, then commentate. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna run all these commercials.
Yeah.
There are so many people there.
I know.
Yeah. It's crazy.
If you're standing at the back, like
I honestly think
even
that's the best
go?
spot. You get
Yeah,
out
'cause you're
quicker,
the
you have more
first one
space.
Home, yeah.
Yeah. If you're up in the front row, it's gonna take forever to get out.
Yeah.
Might as well take a nap.
you just leave once your team picks. I think it was free to get in,
yes, it is.
Yeah. or at least for the guys.
Can you go back
standing
to
in
the pick
back.
list?
The back.
Our list.
No. Well, yeah. I could have swore it said the Bengals was next. Oh yeah, because the pick is in. Okay, I see.
Well, yeah.
Because technically the
does.
Jaguars. Okay, all right.
The Jaguars are on the clock.
I thought maybe for some reason the Bengals traded up one pick too. I'm like, what?
Yeah, don't do it.
I feel pretty good though, because I feel like at the very least we could get Mims, Murphy, or Newton. So it's like,
Yes, that's accurate. You name 3 players for sure. Bengals can get 1.
right. So and it could be even better.
There's no way to trade to get the other 2 first-round picks around you.
Yeah. There's always.
We
Can't we
want
just
3.
trade for all 32 first-round picks?
That's why I do it.
Actually, I think that would be impossible.
Yeah, it would take a decade or so to pull off. You could do
I
it.
took Murphy.
Oh,
Bummer.
Well,
Kerryon Mitchell, here you come.
Johnny Newton.
Yeah, I mean,
I would like Johnny Newton.
it's either Newton or Mims at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel
or
like Murphy
reverse,
would go before the
or
Bengals,
Turner.
though.
I
What do you
mean,
pick? The
Breaking
number 1
news.
corner?
Who holds the
just don't
17th
go.
pick?
I mean, I feel like that's such a risk.
What?
Who holds the 17th pick?
Vikings.
Yep.
No, they just traded.
What?
Yep. Vikings.
Vikings?
Yeah. ESPN one is a little more up to date.
What?
So they jumped the Bengals to.
Get a tackle?
They-
Do they need a tackle?
I don't know.
I don't know what they need. They need a
Everything.
defensive tackle for sure.
Oh, defensive
I
tackle?
bet they need yes.
Oh,
well,
they're
we
gonna
need
go
to
Newton.
That would make
and
sense.
we also need defensive edge rusher, especially with Daniil Hunter no longer being with us. So
Yeah, I will take.
I wouldn't be
Mims.
surprised if they go
Turner.
Dallas Turner.
Oh, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and the pick is in. The race
Ooh.
now.
I think they knew who they wanted.
Yep, they got that
Bengals
trade.
are on the clock.
Just in time for that commercial break.
Wow, that was a 3-team trade, or
3-team.
no, 17. Oh, the Jags traded down. They just didn't know what they wanted.
Yeah, Jaguars.
Or they think who they want is going to be there.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the defensive backs.
yeah,
Or a tackle.
Yeah.
They might decide that we can get
Newton.
fifth, third, and fourth.
That's crazy package, actually.
Yeah, that was more than it took to move up that one spot earlier, right?
Oh yeah, I wonder if they traded some of the picks that they got.
When
Oh
they're
no,
being really
no, they
aggressive.
traded up twice.
Yeah.
The 5th, the 3rd.
Yeah, they didn't give up much to move that one spot. They gave up a lot to move up those 5 spots.
6.
in the
6 spots.
6 spot. Well,
Yeah.
but 6 spots at the end of the first round should be easier than moving up one spot.
Yeah, that's a
in the
lot
top
less
10.
points. It's a lot less. What did they give them? They're 23 and
A fifth and then a third and a fourth, right? Fifth this year, third and a fourth next year.
oh, brutal. Man, why don't you just give them the second rounder next
Hey,
year?
got it, Turner.
Jeez.
Oh,
That's a good pick.
Well,
Newton.
we
Give
got
me
our
Newton.
quarterback and we got our defensive end, I guess, that we needed.
okay.
I'm
Well,
okay with that.
So
I
now
wonder
you
who
have
they
your
thought. Did
choice.
they really think the Bengals was going to pick Turner? I'm kind of confused.
Maybe.
Well,
Like,
no, they moved up like 6 spots.
I
They,
think
well, they
LA?
probably figured one of these
Huh?
other teams was going to pick him.
Yeah.
Possibly trade up
They
too.
jumped in front of the Steelers.
I think it is pretty much guaranteed that one of those other teams was going to pick Turner.
well, yeah, they jumped in front of the Steelers, the Dolphins, and the Eagles
And I mean, these are the
Oh.
teams. The It's interesting for the Jags
and Rams.
because these are the teams they're directly competing with: the Bengals and the Steelers and the Dolphins for those wild card spots.
okay, so we got Mims, Newton,
What do you think?
Or corner.
Mitchell. Yeah, I would put him up there.
Oh man, that would be so bad. I think. I just not even because Mitchell's. I think Mitchell will be fine as a player, but I think there's better options right now. Johnny Newton.
Wow. I just am in shock that the Vikings were moving around so much like this.
Maybe they thought the Bengals were going to take an edge rusher because of the trade demand, you know?
I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to get traded though. I think that's just a
I know, but
negotiation
maybe,
tactic.
maybe that spooked them. Maybe they really like Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we don't
Yeah,
take
but
the
I think they
risk.
like Mims over Turner though.
Or they really like Turner and they just go,
I just
this
don't,
is as
I don't
far
think
as
we
he's
have
going to
any
fall.
evidence that the Bengals actually. I mean, aside from, I mean, they did have Fuaga in, so that signals that they were looking at offensive line. But who knows what they think about Mims?
Well, I think they're probably looking for, if they don't go tackle, they're looking for someone who can play this year and be impactful.
Well, you got.
And then you draft a tackle next year.
In my mind, if you draft a first round pick, he's got to play year one and got
I
to be
mean,
impactful.
they
right?
haven't
That's
last
the-
2
Unless you're
years.
Penix.
Unless you're Penix, then when you turn 30, you get to take over the team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
For your 30th
Perky
birthday,
Boy will
we
be
got
40
you
when he's
Escalade
going out.
and the starting job.
That's
Or
kind of crazy because unless he flames out completely, he's pretty much guaranteed a second contract. Because by the
Yeah.
time Kirk Cousins is done, he'll have his 5th-year option.
Yes.
It's insane.
I've
He got
never
s-
seen anything quite
No
like
one has
that.
benefited more. Like, it's the perfect situation for him personally.
I feel like I wonder
Well,
if they're
no.
doing
I mean,
something.
you want to play.
Well, yeah, you want to play, but in terms of career security.
I
Yeah.
wonder if Penix being in Atlanta is sort of similar to how Green Bay has continued their success of always drafting a high quarterback early and developing them and, carry it on. Do the Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love thing with them.
I kind of want
Traded
Johnny
Aaron
Newton.
Rodgers, right?
Hmm?
The Packers traded Aaron Rodgers, but what did they get for him?
Well, I mean, just the
You
fact
got him
that
out.
that
They got
Rodgers
nothing,
was
right?
developed
Did they
under
get a first round
Favre.
pick?
No, I thought they ended up with a 3rd round pick
Oh, okay.
because it was conditional.
Oh, and he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. He just needed to play 65% of the plays. It would have been a 2nd rounder.
He played 0.05% of the plays.
one
Not
play,
even.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got 3 plays and that's it.
Okay. So you're right. They did go to commercial during the Bengals pick. Come on, man.
No, they're doing some promo.
well, they only do 2 picks and they go to commercial, so
In my heart of hearts, I want them to take Mims. I want Mims.
I think that's probably the right pick because you can get someone like Tavondre Sweat later.
Well, Sweat's,
or
Like-
Fisk in the second.
Josh was saying,
Yeah, we want Mims now, Fisk second.
I'm
That would
with
be the
that.
perfect draft.
Or like a
watch the
good receiver
Steelers.
that drops.
Steelers pick up Johnny Newton. That would be terrible for us.
I don't think so. I don't think he's a nose tackle.
who, Newton?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more of a 3 technique now.
I think he's like
And
a
a nose
4-3
tackle.
player, right?
Yeah. I don't know. They just compared him to like a 3 technique. He's outside taking on the guard, not the center and the guard, not a double team guy.
Oh, it says any alignment from 3 tech to 5 tech is what they say,
Yep.
according to PFF. So
On either side of the guard, yeah, that's really makes sense. Guard, tackle.
Did Mims show up to the thing? Or I guess Newton and Mims, they both were pretty much projected in the first.
yeah,
I just want to see how big Mims looks compared to some of those other tackles.
Yeah, he's huge. We'll have 3 6'8" tackles.
Yeah.
well, he's only listed as 6'7".
ESPN has him as 6'8".
I want to believe ESPN more right now.
What? PFF is the gospel.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess.
I have a friend who works for them.
Yeah.
For PFF?
Yeah, he does tracking.
I don't know what that is.
He like watches the games and tracks where the players line up.
Oh, okay. Do they have like a separate time? Yep, combine. You think Mims went to the combine?
Pick is in.
Uh-oh. Okay. Who we getting?
They just wanted to really drag that out.
What?
That haircut.
Oh.
Yeah.
It'd just be funny if they do go corner.
Yeah. Cooper DeJean.
You got to be kidding me.
No, I was just joking. I don't know who it is.
Oh man, that would be the worst pick ever.
Why?
Because not even because Cooper DeJean is bad, it's just the talent above him is still there. So
Oh man, I really hope it's Mims.
You guys are like, please keep Burrow upright.
yeah,
Yes. We
Please.
cannot have enough offensive line.
Let's go. Let's go.
You need like 10 of them.
Hey, we called
I
it.
mean, it was just obvious.
Yeah, I think that's-
Destiny.
he's been knocked to the
Yes.
Bengals since like January.
6'7" and 3/4.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. Like,
So basically 6'8".
He's 6'8" with
Massive.
cleats on. Oh
A
my
big
gosh, he
man.
looks gigantic on that couch.
Well, that's because he's like 340 pounds and
Yeah.
just giant. Good for him.
Yeah, good for us.
Yep.
Bang. I feel good. I feel good, Josh. You really talked me
I like
into
that wingspan.
You really talked me into Mims.
Yeah, you do.
He's this year's DeJuan Jones.
Look at that wingspan. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Almost 87 inches.
I hope he's there. It doesn't seem like he is.
No, he's in Georgia.
He's already at Skyline Chili. He's on his first he's on his fifth Chilito.
There he is.
Yeah, the Georgia quarterback's going to be missing him this year.
They'll just go get another one.
Looked like his dad was talking to the coach more than he was.
Oh, Zach Taylor's not in his war room?
Oh,
I like how Mike Brown's over on the front row just like does not care. He's just like whatever.
For
I think Johnny Newton here for the Rams.
yeah.
yeah,
That makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
that makes
right?
sense.
You replace
They need
Aaron
it.
Donald, right?
Yeah.
They need
Do your best.
Well, I meant,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
he was the last guy that was compared to Gino.
Yeah. And then I would say if they go Newton, Steelers probably go Guyton
wow.
or Jordan Morgan, right?
Oh my gosh, it makes me think of the.
Hey, who are the quarterback? I mean, they drafted Joey Porter last year, right? The
Yeah.
Steelers did.
Solid.
So why wouldn't they do Quinion and just be like, we're gonna just lock you down?
Because they already got Joey Porter. Doesn't matter if you lock him down if Russell Wilson's
Lock
on
them
the
both
ground.
down.
Every other play.
if you have two locked out, two
Oh,
corners.
they're already.
Russell Wilson. He's not even going to be the starter.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, the other guy's going to be the starter.
Fields.
Yeah.
That's a weird situation right there.
Why?
Because both of them are aggressively mediocre.
Aggressively mediocre.
Yeah.
There's
I feel
kind
like
of
people are
style in
mixed
that
about
front office,
the
man. They're
Mims
like,
pick.
we
Well-
all unbutton the top two buttons. Got that Rams front office?
I kind of get it because Mims in some drafts was being projected to go out into the middle of the second round. This is what happens when you have no defensive players being drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe everybody's avoiding the defensive backs because it is a deep class for them this year. Sort of like the
Well,
wide
there's a deep
receivers.
class for offensive tackles, and they snap them up.
Yep.
Money. Costs more to pay a premier offensive tackle than a premier corner.
Does it?
Or it's
Well,
going to.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Sewell, right?
Yeah.
$28 million a year or whatever it is.
I mean, he's worth it.
Yeah.
Are you you're watching NFL Network too, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just made start talking about Newton and Arnold, or not Arnold, Donald.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean it makes sense. Newton.
I just saw someone on Twitter say, was this the tampering punishment for the Kirk Cousins deal about the Penix pick? That's funny.
It's just
That's good.
so it just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Why? You are
Well, I'm coming around to, if you're going to pick a quarterback there, why wouldn't you not have gone with JJ McCarthy?
when you
'Cause
can
he's
develop
younger?
them.
Well, because he's younger.
Yeah.
I don't even know, man. I don't know why you're paying a quarterback
Yeah, that's true. That's a big contract on the books,
Like-
too.
for not playing. I don't know.
Well, I guess
That
in
makes me-
theory, isn't it cheaper to have a first-round quarterback than it is to pay like Sam Darnold $8 million a year?
Well, no, not a top 10 first-round quarterback. And also the problem is you're also paying another quarterback $45 million.
The problem is
That-
the $45 million that you're paying the
That's
other
probably
guy
it.
because he's got to start.
It's funny because you're paying like a total of
At least 2 years.
$65 million for two quarterbacks, and there's a very real scenario where by week 8 you're starting a third stringer.
Yeah.
Oh, they took Verse. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Edge. Okay.
I mean,
Hey, they didn't
solid
trade it.
pick.
How about
It's a
that?
good pick.
Yeah.
Solid.
I mean, he was mock top 10 in January too.
Yeah.
I mean, this always happens though. You mock the defensive guys higher first, and then workouts and stuff. You go through those, and the offensive guys creep up. But still,
Well, I think that like this is very much like the salary cap stuff is driving the draft.
yeah,
You know, and which is smart, which it should,
Mhm.
right?
yeah.
But it's just like you got to hit on a quarterback because I mean there are none available. Or I guess you could have signed Kirk Cousins for $45 million, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Well,
$90 million or whatever. Or you could
180.
draft a guy and get mediocre play.
All right, let's see. Steelers.
Oh, this is good because edge rushers went. I feel like
Yeah, they
Steelers are
don't-
gonna have to.
They're going Guyton.
You think?
Calling it.
Or Powers
calling it.
Johnson.
They'll
What do
go
they need?
Guyton to start
Powers
opposite that
Johnson.
other guy.
Jackson Powers Johnson is the highest ranked interior offensive lineman.
Really? Because I thought Graham Barton was ranked higher than him.
Graham
And-
Barton.
And Faltani, the Duke guy.
Those are
Wait.
tackles.
Can
Graham Barton's listed as a center.
What?
can Troy Brown play guard?
Troy Brown.
Wait, hold on. The guy we signed in the offseason, Brown.
Oh, Trent Brown.
Trent Brown, sorry.
No,
He
he's
could.
gonna
Nah,
tackle.
he's mostly a tackle. He's been like a Pro Bowl
They're gonna
tackle.
play him at tackle. And then
Swing
they're
tackle,
gonna-
yeah.
No, the Guyton's gonna be the guard.
No, Guyton's
Ims?
not on our team.
Yeah, I'm
Mims.
sorry. Yeah, Mims is gonna be the guard.
Yeah. Okay, I could be okay with that. Big run blocking guy.
Yeah, they're gonna put Mims gonna take over for left guard.
We still have Kappa and Karras or no?
Yeah, so it'd be it would be from left to right. It'll be Brown, Mims. I can't remember
Well,
who. The
yeah, it's
center is
either
between
Kappa and Karras are in there
Yeah,
together.
yeah, Kappa Karras or Karras Kappa. I can't remember. And then Brown.
3-6-8 guys.
Yeah,
Just have them link arms and stand together.
That's
gonna
the
have,
thought.
they're gonna have like 750 pounds on the left.
Yeah.
side
But
of
here's the thing
offensive
about
line.
Mims is actually athletic, and I think it's going to bode well, especially when we go against Watt and Garrett.
Oh, you
Like-
can double Watt. Yeah.
Well, he can actually
Well, no,
stay in
Watt
front
would
of him.
be coming off the left against Trent Brown, though.
Yeah.
No, I think Mims will play tackle. I don't see the.
No.
No, because I don't think Trent Brown's
because-
going to play guard.
Yeah, Trent Brown signed.
No, he's just going to be the
through
swing
field.
tackle,
No.
or
he's-
unless
they're not gonna-
Mims.
Because Trent Brown is still good, is the thing.
yeah, he's good. He's
So
like
why
a
would
Pro
you
Bowl
pay?
player.
He's like a Pro Bowl guy. So why would you
Yeah.
pay him? Or I mean, they didn't like pay him a lot of money, but why would you sign a Pro Bowl tackle and then have him on the field for only 15% of the snaps?
Well, the point is he's a Pro Bowl tackle, so
Yeah.
like, there's no way Mims is going to show up and be better than a Pro Bowl tackle,
I mean, it'd be great if he was, but
but he probably won't be.
he won't be.
So
Especially he only had 8 starts in college. Like he's still a raw.
So Mims will probably
talent.
be guard and move over to tackle, is what I
Huh.
would say. And then, but then you cover yourself for injury with
Yeah.
Brown because that's like the only knock on him is that he gets hurt a lot. But when
On
he plays,
either
he's great.
Brown. Is injury.
Well, Orlando Brown's been pretty durable.
Yeah.
He hasn't missed a ton of time. But yeah, either way. But that would be more swing tackle. But I mean, I just don't think that Cordell Volson's going to start.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I just can't see Mims as a
I
guard.
really
but
hoped.
maybe-
I really hoped Volson had worked out, but I don't.
I mean, he still could be a future starter after next year
Maybe.
or this coming year. Well, yeah.
I'm assuming Trent Brown's kind of a
because
rental
Kappa is
deal.
gone after next year.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. 275,000 fans in attendance.
It's absurd. That's crazy.
Jeez. Like, how many people actually live in Detroit?
Not a lot.
Did the
Well, I mean, for like a
population
big
of
city.
Detroit double for today's event?
That's crazy.
You Google
620,000 people live in Detroit.
Wow.
So it increased by 50%.
Yeah. But all in one place. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's going to be no traffic issues there.
And no public transit system. Just
Yeah.
everybody drove.
Hey, the people mover counts.
Corner, or we already decided they're not going to do corner because they drafted a corner last year.
Yeah. And I think they're going Guyton here.
That would be
Guyton or Graham
insane.
Barton?
I think they have to go Guyton because their offensive line is really the weakest part of their team right
I'll
now.
go Powers Johnson.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes
we
more
have it
sense
covered.
to me because then
I
you're
like that.
picking either the top center or the 6th tackle?
Yeah, well, is the 6th tackle worth more than the top center?
Oh, Fatanu's still available? Oh, Fatanu.
Yeah, he's a guard.
No, he's just lower on the list here.
He could
There's a Fashanu,
could be
Fuaga,
potentially
and a
the pick too.
Fatanu.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Pretty
A
much
lot of
any
Less
decent
similar
lineman.
names. What?
I was just
I
saying
don't think they're going
Fatanu
defensive.
could be potentially it.
Well, they made their pick 3 minutes ago, but is that Cam Hayward?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for me to recognize him without him picking up Cordell Volson, carrying him.
It's hard when he's not standing over Joe Burrow.
Oh, Walter Payton Man of the Year.
It should have been Karras.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be him, right?
Yeah. Boo.
Booing the Walter Payton Man of the Year?
Yeah, I'm booing Cam
Probably
Hayward.
like
Because it's Cam
built
Hayward.
a hospital somewhere.
He's a
They're
Steeler.
booing him.
He's a Steeler.
It's
He's not
isn't it
retired
the,
now. No,
Did
just
he
a
retire?
guy. I thought so.
I didn't think he retired.
I didn't think he
I
did
thought
either.
he's still on the team.
Yeah, I think he's still got like a year or two left on his contract.
I thought he was like 47.
He's getting older for sure, but I don't know if he's that old.
47.
Maybe like 31, 32.
No, he's back for the 2024 season.
How old is he?
The pick at the end. Come on.
Click, 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 click.
Guyton.
Click.
Yeah, Fatanu. Yeah. Makes sense. I don't like that because he's mean. I guess
Yeah,
Powers Johnson
he's
would
mean.
be.
He's 34.
Honestly, I would want them to have Guyton the most, but
Wow. That's kind of a reach. No?
Fatanu, no.
He's kind of he's
Who was the
known for
big tackle
being
they picked last year? Or what, maybe 2 years ago?
pretty mean.
Out of Georgia, I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, PFF have him ranked 15th.
He's an inside lineman, so.
Yeah, I just don't see him at tackle in the NFL, but I think he'd be a really good guard.
Oh, okay.
All right. What do the Dolphins do? They go cornerback?
Wow. 3 Huskies so far in the first round. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So they're calling him a tackle on the NFL. So that's like
Huh.
6 tackles and 6 quarterbacks in the first round.
Nah, I think he's gonna be a guard.
He's gonna he'll probably end up being guard. He's a little light for that, a little small for a deep or offensive tackle, isn't he?
I don't know. I'm just going off of what they said. But yeah, PFF says that he's going to be a center or guard.
Okay. I thought he's like 6'4". He's not like one of those 6'8",
Yeah.
330-pound kind of guys. 6'4", 320.
Mm-hmm.
Big man.
Will the Dolphins take Newton?
Then they lost Wilkins, right? Christian Wilkins.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because I feel like some of the more recent mock drafts, they had Newton sliding to like the mid 20s.
Yeah. No, it's crazy how much the rankings have changed since we looked at it in detail.
Yeah.
Because when we looked at Fatanu was like 35.
Yeah, he was second round pick.
And then what did we say about him? Yeah, you had him as a second rounder. I had him as a third rounder.
But that was at tackle, though.
Yeah.
See, like, if the Bengals would pick him, I wouldn't want him to be a tackle. It would be a straight up guard.
Yeah. No, you sold me on Mims. How do you feel? Remember last year how we wanted to get that tight end from Georgia?
Yeah.
Washington?
It's part of the reason why I went Mims, because I was like, Washington was like supposedly like a really good blocker. And then like I found out he was like what 6'5" or 6'6", like he's really tall. I was like, oh, he's basically a light tight end. And then this year we found out a guy that's like basically how you would draw up a right tackle to protect Joe Burrow. Like he's got the right size and speed, and I think the inexperience is going to be an issue or potentially an issue. But what little footage we've seen, it looks pretty good. I mean,
Yeah. No, I like the way he moved.
So are we all betting Newton for the Dolphins, or are they going to go
Quinion
quarterback?
Mitchell, maybe? I don't know.
at some point they're going to have to pick a corner. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, conspiracy theory would say, well, Ladarius Sneed left Kansas City, so Mitchell, of course, will fall to them.
Yeah, that would suck.
Maybe they go chop.
4 defensive players in
Maybe.
the first 20. There have been more offensive linemen picked than defensive players total.
Well, up until that point, the receivers were beating the.
Chop's an option. Newton's an option.
Yeah, I can see Chop Robinson. I feel like he's got to be getting close. Because didn't he run like a 4.4? Like
he's like a physical beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, most edge rushers now are insane athletes, or like the best athletes on the field.
Well, it's kind of funny seeing the size of these guys because they're about the size of a linebacker back in the about 2000. The edge rusher is that size now.
I mean, the game has really changed because getting to a quarterback now is so much more important. So naturally, the athletic freaks of this generation are playing edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe the last 3 picks of this round is going to be corners.
Maybe. I mean, Kansas City, like they lost their corner. I mean, the Bills are gonna have to take a wide receiver.
Yeah.
They're probably going to end up with Adonai Mitchell.
Oh, I was going to say Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to
Second
go
that.
before them.
Maybe.
I could see Brian Thomas Cardinals. 27.
They double
Just
dip.
double up on receivers because they don't have any right now.
Yeah.
And they're both on the same timeline. Murray's locked up.
That's not a good idea.
I'll be right back.
That means that you lose them. Like they leverage.
You're losing
at the
one of
same
them.
time.
Yeah.
Well, what would you guys think of like Xavier Worthy, like it as a Bill? Just somebody with
that would
speed
be
who
good.
can
Yeah.
Yeah,
who can
I think
really
they
get
need,
down
I
there.
think they need a 1. I see Worthy as a 2.
Yeah.
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 Well, Leggett
Chop.
would be a he would be.
Oh, Chop Robinson. Bang.
There it is.
Edge rusher, premium.
Yep.
Four four
The
eight.
high level.
40-yard dash.
God, yeah, these are freakish
He's like
athletes. These
fast enough to
defensive ends.
chase down a wide receiver.
Somebody's got to track down Travis Kelce, right?
Yeah.
He'll hang with them.
Travis Kelce is a 4.66.
Probably not anymore.
Was a 4.66.
Yeah.
Nice. All right,
Yeah, but
Philly. Now Philly would probably take a cornerback because there's no way they'd need another receiver after signing Smith and having Brown there still.
Yeah. I don't know. Who's the best player from Georgia? That's usually what the Eagles do in the first round.
All right.
Best remaining
Yeah,
Georgia
filter. Filter by
Ooh,
Lad McConkey.
Kamari Lassiter from Georgia, cornerback, or Lad
Okay.
McConkey. Although I guess best available, Lad McConkey's below him. Or no, he's not. They don't need a receiver though.
No. Well, they might need one, but they can't afford one.
Yeah.
Be really crazy.
If they want to compete right now, they don't take a receiver.
Yeah. Just to have all
Yeah.
the capital tied up into one position.
Well, maybe they should do. Hey, what about? I don't know. Powers Johnston.
Yeah. Can never go wrong with a center.
Well, I'm just
Plays
thinking
Kelce.
Jason Kelce. It's like Jackson Powers Johnson is a maybe a natural fit.
Yeah.
You get.
No,
you
they're
lose
saying this
a
Graham Barton needs a
generational.
center.
Yeah,
You're
Graham
saying
Barton
Graham
would.
Barton is the center?
Okay.
Yeah,
They're
they
listing
listed
him
as
as a center prospect, but it says started 34 games at left tackle and has the traits to develop into a starter at center, where he started
Well,
5 games in 2020.
Oh.
So I don't know what the deal is.
he's played almost every position.
Yeah, Swiss Army
That's
knife.
Because he
him.
played at Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know. Jackson Powers Johnson is maybe a little
Chop fits the Miami philosophy,
maybe a
though.
little reach. I don't know.
Speed.
Yeah.
Who did the Dolphins pick?
Chop.
Oops. Oh, they did get nice.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
Philly's
he is,
taking their
man.
time here.
They have Graham Barton listed as a center.
There's the pick. I took his own. With only 40 seconds to spare, right?
Yeah. But they don't even have Arnold Johnson listed. Or what's his name again?
Jackson
Powers Johnson.
Johnson. Hmm.
Are they going to get the first running back?
You better not see one of those until the late
no,
second
never
round.
mind. Sorry, I was thinking of the Giants. They actually signed Saquon.
Yeah.
I had it reversed in my head.
Well, this is like the longest 10 minutes
Yeah,
between
this is
picks.
taking forever.
I think Jacksonville should run up there with their pick.
No, the pick is in. They're just waiting on the Ginger
Commish.
Hammer to get out of his dressing room and up to the mic.
Yeah.
I have to fill some more with some Eagles fans singing.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Wait,
What?
so it is 10 minutes per pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
What did we say
usually
it was?
it only shows up as 5 because they're too busy playing highlight reels.
Yeah.
But I think the next 2 rounds is 5 minutes per pick, which
Yeah.
seems more appropriate.
I
Yeah.
believe it's 7 in the second round.
Oh,
Is
it's
it?
what? Why? What?
They get a little bit more, and then it's down to 5 for all the rest.
No, it should just
Weird.
continuously go down until you get like 30 seconds a pick.
Yeah.
I think more people would watch that.
They should
Yeah.
do it like
Oh,
that. You
it
get 30 seconds to pick, and you just pick whoever, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if we can do it in fantasy football, I think they can do it in real life.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. Some of our drafts.
No, we can't do it in fantasy football. It takes us a while.
We would be the pick is in for the next team. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You have to have someone
So
go
wait.
out there and pick you have to have Goodell go out there and be like, did someone pick Dallas Turner? Oh, I forgot. Yeah. my
They
bad.
put a pick in, someone's already picked them.
Yep.
It's just like, how hard is it to say a name? Just say the guy's name. Let's go.
What are they waiting for? This is like 15 minutes between picks. Well, Jacksonville is going to have like their pick is going to be in.
Yeah.
It's like, just don't go anywhere, man. We got the card for you right here.
Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
It's just never ending.
Get it done. Come on.
Live from Australia. I like how
Nobody's
they just have
playing
some
football in
guy
Australia,
carrying a-
man.
They got some guy in the background.
Quinyon Mitchell. There it is.
What if there was like finally. Hey, he was the first corner, though.
Yeah, he was.
Seems kind of
He
pissed.
was. Yeah, why would it? I mean,
He was
It's
getting
like-
picked. He was probably getting tired back there, ready to take a nap.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you could be upset. It's like you go from Toledo to being picked in the first round in the NFL. It's gotta be
And
awesome.
Yeah, no, that's kind of great.
And you're the first corner off the board, so
Yeah.
maybe there'll be a run on corners now.
Yeah.
Terry
I
on
feel-
Arnold.
Yeah, because I
Come
feel
on.
like the Cowboys will want a corner, too.
Yeah.
You think the Alabama
would they want
corners
a
go
corner?
back to back? Well, I guess
Maybe.
there's the Clemson one, but I
Yeah.
thought the guy was hurt.
Wiggins is hurt.
I could be remembering that wrong. I thought there was something that happened.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that guy. Yeah, maybe the Alabama cornerbacks won't go back, but I feel like one of them will go.
You're thinking Nate Wiggins?
Yeah, Wiggins.
Wiggins.
Man, this is taking a hot minute. It feels like they're going slower and slower.
Yeah. Well, they added we're going to go live to Australia for someone to read a pick. Why? Why do we need to go live to Australia? Does that add anything?
To promote the
To
international
promote-
player
to
pathway.
promote a guy
Well-
who is probably going to the school closest to where the draft is. Like, he's like in Toledo. He's like 20 minutes away from downtown Detroit. They should
Yep.
they should have went
Just
to
drive
like,
in his high school coach or something.
yeah,
You want to
exactly.
do something.
Exactly.
Well, they had to do the whole thing of because they just announced those.
Oh well, you couldn't drive
those
in his
camps.
high school coach because when he comes out, you would know the pick. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it has to be someone from the team.
It's just like I went to Toledo. What does Australia have to do with me, man?
It's like 3 degrees of separation away.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jags? Where do they need?
So they traded
Right.
down. They're probably going to take a corner because they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, the top
Terry
three,
and Arnold
they were. Yeah, you think?
coming off right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that pick.
I'm feeling a center. So I'm gonna go either Jackson Powers Johnson or I guess
Graham
Yeah.
Barton.
Graham Barton now that he's a center.
Yep. Well, that's where he played at the Senior Bowl as a center,
Mm.
and the NFL scouts were quite happy with that.
Yeah, now as I watch this, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind if he was a Bengal. But I think they got the right pick. I think
no,
it worked out.
You got the right pick. So I said center. What did you say, Drew?
For the Jags,
Yeah.
some kind of DB, Terry and Arnold, I think.
Okay, Terry and Arnold. Josh?
I'm gonna go with either I guess Wiggins if he's not hurt. But for some reason, I thought he was hurt. I could be wrong. Or you know what? I'll go with Cooper just between those two.
Okay, so
Just to
Wiggins or
switch it
Cooper
up.
to Gene.
Yeah, but I do feel like it's a corner.
Dave?
I'm gonna buck the trend and go defensive tackle. Newton.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That could be the best available player.
I think they're going to go live to the International Space Station to announce this pick. What
Are
is
there
going
any
on in the
asterisk-
war room in Jacksonville? Khan with his like evil bad guy mustache. The other guy's wearing a neck brace.
I don't know what they're doing.
It looks like a scene from WWF, man.
Must have been the same crew that picked Trayvon Walker over Aiden Hutchinson.
I mean, could they get like a Segway or something for Goodell? He's just
What are these
moving
guys
so
even
slow.
talking about?
I don't know. I have the sound off.
I feel like you run out of stuff to talk about like 3 minutes in.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Whoa!
I bet the Bills are mad right now. They're like,
Oh, because they lost Ridley.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
That makes sense.
Oh man!
I like Brian Thomas. I thought he.
That's a good pick.
Good pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's been
Okay.
a little underrated here.
It's kind of BPA too.
I think it's a very solid pick because of their loss. They'll carry on with a strong receiving core.
Yeah.
so I think the Bills may consider Mitchell now, or
'Cause
Worthy.
I don't know if you
think both
guys.
of them make sense.
I don't know if you guys know this, but LSU they have good receivers.
Pretty good
at
receiver.
that
That's
spot.
wide
Yeah,
receiver
they do.
you.
Well, thank you, Brian Kelly. Right?
Huh.
Continuing that.
I guess. I mean, I think
Coach
those guys
O.
were already there when he got there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the Cowboys could pick a lot of different things. Could be corner. I feel like
I
it
don't
could also
see them
be-
going corner. I mean, I guess they're replacing injury, right? For
It could be
I-
just best available player
that's true.
if you go corner, but they
Well,
need
that would
help
be-
on the offensive line too.
Best available player would be Johnny
I mean,
Newton, right?
You know, what
Or,
about?
yeah,
what
you're
about
right.
Spencer
Newton's best
Rattler?
available.
Go Rattler, dump Diggs or not
Actually,
Diggs.
I'm getting.
Prescott.
Why not?
I'm thinking Guyton or
Yeah, they lost their
Barton.
tackle.
Barton.
and then or the best available corner. I think would be like the top 3 options for them.
I think it's going to be Barton because they need a center.
Yeah.
Bad.
But he can also do the
well,
others.
if they need a center really bad, then Powers Johnson.
Well, the thing
Oh,
with
that-
Barton is he can do whatever, right? So,
Yeah,
I
he can.
agree.
He can slip over to guard if for some reason you're okay with your center for another
If you
year.
just need like an absolute center, then I feel like Powers Johnson's.
Well, he's the best pure center. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they'll go cornerback to try to keep those Eagles receivers out of the end zone.
That's important. I mean, you kind of have to pick in terms of like how your
Hey, wait.
division rivals play or pick.
This is the Cowboys, so who's the most injured player? And has the worst
they're gonna take
character.
linebacker for sure.
it's the Cowboys. What's the most absurd pick they could possibly make?
Well,
I'm telling you right now, the linebacker,
linebacker.
like that one that ran like a 4.3, like that actually kind of makes sense of
Junior
something
Colson?
the Cowboys
What
would
are we
do.
talking about here?
I think his
Edgerrin-
last name is
Edgerrin
Wilson.
Cooper?
well,
Linebacker.
Vander Esch retirement. Is,
Peyton Wilson. You're right.
Well, yeah, Peyton
Yeah.
Wilson. He ran like a 4.3.
He's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would not be mad at picking Peyton Wilson in the second round if Fisk is not available, because Peyton Wilson's a stud.
He wouldn't
Well,
even start for the Bengals.
no,
Oh, that's true. We don't. Yeah.
the Bengals wouldn't know
The
what to do
nickel.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Go play safety."
They'll just have him hang out with what's his face? Our first round pick from last year or 2 years ago.
Dax Hill.
Mm-hmm.
He started this year.
At what position?
Safety.
What did the Bengals sign in the offseason? 2 safeties.
True. Wait, two.
Dax Hill is just gonna hang out, do other stuff.
What was the other safety we saw? Oh, the Ravens guy. Right.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
Yeah. Like
What
3
kills me is like the Bengals did all these solid moves, and we still have the draft,
Uh-huh.
but somehow the Ravens can lose the majority of their like contributors that got them to like the AFC Championship, and somehow the Ravens are projected higher than the Bengals, like going in
They're
like
better
the
than us.
power rankings. Like I just don't understand. I don't really care about the power rankings, but I'm just saying logically.
Did they lose most of their contributors?
Yeah,
Ooh.
They lost a few guys. They lost
Couple
Queen.
guys.
Queen.
Queen-
We the Bengals signed their safety.
safety.
They lost.
They lost their running back.
Oh, they
Two
picked
of the
up
running
Derrick
backs.
Henry though. So
Oh, really?
Well,
yeah,
that's true,
Derrick
that's
Henry
true.
is
That's
in the AFC
kind of,
North.
kind of a wash. I'll give you that. But no, but they lost that pass rusher. He's been on multiple teams.
Ngakwe? No.
No. He did well last year. I think he had like 10 sacks. He's the one that hurt Burrow.
I know who you're talking about, but I do not remember how to say his name.
Yeah, and then they lost their guard. I think they traded one of their other offensive line.
They lost a bridge.
Oh well, that's too soon. Too
they
soon.
did lose one of those too.
Yeah. Let me just.
Huh. Yeah, but the problem is they still have Lamar Jackson, probably the best running attack in the game. They have the best linebacker in the game. Like
Were you about to say the best running back?
no running attack. Like
Okay, no, I agree. No, I
that's
think
an offense.
Ravens.
Well, you
have-
wonder how that's going to change with Greg Roman Roman out of there.
Well, that's true.
Him going to the Chargers, reuniting with
You know what?
Oh.
That's going to be funny watching Greg Roman
the older brother.
run first offense on a team with Justin Herbert.
Yeah, there you go. Run, man. The Cowboys are taking their sweet time.
Who's the running back for the
Uh,
Chargers?
Don't know.
It's from
lost them.
it's their ex Ravens. They
Austin
lost 2
Eckler
of their
left.
Oh, it's
yeah.
David Dobbins.
no in Gus Edwards. They both went to the Chargers. I want to
Yeah,
say.
they both win them.
Who?
Okay, Dallas's time is up.
Who went to the Chargers?
Gus
Edwards.
Edwards.
Wait, Is this right? Dallas.
The Lions traded.
Lions traded.
Oh, the pick is
Ooh.
in.
The Lions traded up.
Wide
Wait
receiver.
a second.
Oh, they
They
traded
get-
up from the second. They still have their other first.
Were they
Oh.
gonna get
No, they don't.
Okay,
No, Dallas took 29.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That didn't register here.
okay. So
Uh,
they
It
Gotta be
registered on
corner,
their
right?
board.
Dude, think of all the people from Detroit to see that the Lions traded. That's got to feel good.
Well, they were being threatening to trade out of the first last couple of days.
Yeah, that's very art of
All
war.
right, what do they do
Well,
here?
If you want to
Terrion
trade
Arnold.
up,
Oh, they go
pretend that
corner.
you
Yeah,
wanna
Terry
trade
Arnold.
out.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you get to know what the value is.
I'd be surprised if they didn't pick Arnold.
Yeah. So all that talk about the Cowboys, throw
It's
that
gonna
out
be
the
Cooper.
window.
Cooper, Eugene.
Because Cam Sutton just got arrested.
Well,
Also,
Yeah.
he's terrible.
Third round
And he's
pick
cut.
basically to move up.
Honestly, I feel like the prime round for the Bengals to move up would actually be the second round.
There's a lot of second-round talent.
Yeah.
oh my
Nice
gosh,
draft.
there's going to be so many receivers in there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like the
Cornerbacks.
first 3 rounds. So I guess right, because if you could move up in the second round, maybe you could flip some of those 6th and 7th rounders they have. But
We've
like,
not really been
I
hitting
would
on
not.
those.
I would not part with a 3rd round pick in this year's draft.
No.
No.
The Bengals need to add like that
Depth.
type of contributor to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, only the Vikings would give up a 3rd rounder this year.
Yeah, but you got your guy. You got JJ.
We got 2 guys. Yeah, we got JJ throwing the ball to JJ, so
Yeah.
we're going to be all set. It's going to be magic.
What do they do? Oh, wait, no. Arnold. Why did I... Obviously. I'd be surprised if it's not.
So wait, if you trade picks, it resets the clock. Like what? What is this?
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
they said
'cause then
the
the
pick was
team-
in.
But you trade to guys to make their pick, right?
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be allowed to reset the clock when you trade. You should have to declare who you're picking.
Well, they said the pick was in. Right.
You're just
at
milking
the
this
time.
for the crowd, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
drone
Detroit-
show.
Detroit must be rioting right now, right?
Ugh.
That pick is right.
All right.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna say
God.
they're picking a receiver.
They need some more speed out there
Spencer Rattler. Here we go.
because they need 5 quarterbacks on the
I
roster.
need someone with a big arm, you know?
Yeah. Somebody could push the ball deep.
Is that 275,000 people? No
Well,
way.
that one square is not all of it.
Oh dang,
You
know,
the
they
Lions
cut it
got
out. It goes back to the other square next to it.
the Lions got Zeitler too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love
From the
them on those
Cowboys?
old Bengals.
No,
Or
from the
From
Ravens.
free agent- Oh, from
Yeah.
the Ravens.
Yeah.
Is Zeitler still even good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had like
Yeah.
one of his best years last year, actually.
Oh, jeez. What are we doing here? Why are we talking about flag football? Get the pick out.
Yeah. Why didn't they do this like when they had the full
This is
10 minutes?
ridiculous.
Reset the clock. They're dragging this thing out. I'm going to give up on them. We're at 3 hours for the draft so far. I'll take it in.
Wait, they did?
Get it done.
There you go.
Lion select. Ah,
Carry on, Arnold.
Oh, you guys are so smart. Called it.
Green Bay.
Cooper DeJean.
Oh, look, nice. It says the pick is in.
Yeah, they had all that time.
How did they do it so fast?
Well, they had their pick ready to run up there in case Dallas missed their pick.
Yeah.
The pick is in. Wait.
I think the Buccaneers are going to be interesting to see what they do. Because they were way better last year than they thought they were going to be.
Well, I'm going to make this my last pick that I'm going to comment on because I'm going to be up early and making my way down to you, Drew.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I want to see who are the Pack. What are the Packers' needs? I don't.
Cornerback,
Offensive line.
offensive line. Well, they say cornerback and safety, so Cooper DeJean is kind of ideal. Just put him at corner for a year and move him back to safety for year 2.
Someone was suggesting that maybe the Bengals could trade back in to the first
Why?
to get Newton.
Oh,
that
is intriguing.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think you're giving up a lot to get back in here.
Oh, depends on where you're at. Where are you at?
Well, 18th.
Where are you at?
So they're
Oh, pick 49. You're going to be giving up next year's first rounder to plus the second rounder.
No.
Third rounder.
You're just giving up a third and some day threes probably. But I don't know if I want to do that.
If you're coming into the first round?
6th and 7th round picks would be fine, but like I wouldn't give a third round pick for. I think they need more depth.
Well,
like how they gave Arnold like a defensive tackles jersey. Sorry, all we had left was 3X. Will that work? It's like, fine, I'm just gonna hang it up anyways.
It's funny.
You said Green Bay needs corners or running backs?
Corners, corner, safety, line.
Oh yeah, Guyton.
Yeah, if they need an offensive line,
Guyton
makes sense. Or
this Barton fellow.
Yeah, Barton. They got to be the top 2 linemen right now.
Yeah, the Bengals would need.
Are you looking up the trade chart?
Oh yeah, they're well short.
What's the points difference?
To get the Kansas City, who will never deal with them.
Okay, we'll say they want to trade with
Buffalo.
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. Where are they? 29.
29.
230.
Okay, what's
a high third rounder, but you usually get a little extra for the request. So
yeah, so they probably have to give a second, one of their thirds, and then like a 5th.
Yeah, you'd be giving up a lot.
Probably next year's 4th is what they probably want.
I'd do it.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Get back into the first round and get something good.
Well, I mean, if you're thinking about Fisk in the second, you get Newton at the end of the third or first.
Wow, yeah.
Newton and Mims. Plus, you're going to have that 5th-year option if they play really well.
I don't think it's going to happen, but
no, it's
probably
it's a long shot.
Really, I mean,
if he's there at 30, wait, who picks 30?
30, the Ravens.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be the Ravens. It would have to be Dallas or Buffalo.
Man, you
Well,
got
Buffalo can't trade out. They got pick
or
receiver.
Arizona.
you got 2 third-rounders though. Man, I don't know. Standing pat sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I think keep the third rounders. Or just dump the second. Get Newton. Keep the thirds. That's assuming the plan is to take a run at Fisk.
Yeah.
I'd be all for it.
I'd be for dumping the second and maybe like a 6 to get into the first, but if it includes more than one day 2 picks, then I don't think it's worth it.
I'm guessing that they could move up in the second round, like early in the second round, if they were to cough up their compensatory third rounder and their second round pick.
Yeah,
No.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do that.
Just to target a player if you want to target somebody.
Maybe if you get through this first round and someone you like is still up there, but
yeah,
isn't going to fall to 18, then maybe you do it. But
yeah.
Because I think they need like a back.
Nick Saban is just on here calling all his Alabama players that he coached stars. That's funny.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, they've had a lot of good players over the years, so.
Pick's been in forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're dragging it out now.
Oh, Falcons QB Kirk Cousins frustrated by team selection of QB Michael Penix.
Oh, Jordan Morgan.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was your guy, right?
Yeah, I like him.
Going into the second round, depth of those offensive tackles.
They're not excited about that pick. That's not.
But I
why
like
would they
them.
do that?
I thought he played with really good leverage. You know how I like leverage.
Yep.
Except in this one.
All right, I'm going to sign off. You guys have a good rest of the show.
Dave.
Yep. See you,
Bye.
Dave. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
The 3 box.
Ultimate Vision.
Yeah. Yeah, because let's see. Wow, that's another tackle in the first round. That's crazy, dude.
Was that 8 or 7?
I stopped counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Depending on if you consider Fatanu a guard or a tackle.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but
I feel like technically he's a guard, but yeah. But still, just lineman or offensive lineman. That's crazy. And I feel like there still might be one more.
yeah, I don't think Guyton makes it out of the first round.
Well, Powers Johnson, I feel like, man, it's gonna be crazy.
Well,
Plus, I feel like there's still
I mean,
corners.
I think Guyton, Barton, and Powers Johnson all might have first round grades. I don't know. Let's look.
But it kind of goes back to what we were saying before, is that this draft in general is just has so much depth. So it
The
feels
pick
like,
is in. They just went to commercial.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
So Barton, Powers Johnson, and then Zach Frazier possibly could slip in, and then Guyton. They have him as 39, but I think the drop off is significant from Guyton.
Can you go to defensive tackles? I want to see something.
Can I?
There might be a run on defensive tackles in the second round, though. I feel like that would be.
Interior defenders. So you got Johnny Newton, who was the highest rated guy on PFF. Fisk, Jenkins, Dorlus, Ruke or Hororo. I mean, I could see the. Yeah, I mean, it's shaping up to be like.
I like.
you
Okay,
get
I like
through
Hall
tackle in the
Jr.
second
too.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Hall. I like Fisk.
but I flagged this mentally because it's like I feel like the Bengals really mesh, like the way Zach Taylor runs the team meshes with
Plus, he's Clemson. Yep.
So I could see like them picking him, giving him like a plus grade because they like players from Clemson.
Dolores isn't bad.
Yeah.
He's versatile, but he would be like my third option. I feel like.
Yeah, well, I like all these guys as second rounders. Like Fisk, I like Jenkins,
Yeah.
Dorlus, Aurora,
Hall.
I don't
Might even
know.
want more.
That might be a bit early for Hall, but I got double check to see what we wrote down for him.
I think he tested really well.
Yeah.
So I feel like
of course he tested well. He's Ohio State.
Well, in his age and the way he tested, I feel like
yeah, you like the younger guys. Let's see. Yeah, we like Murphy. Oh wow, Leonard Taylor's like dropped off the map. Chris Jenkins. Oh, I didn't like him. Dorlus, I had as a second
Bad deadlift form.
Yeah, I don't like guys that move weird. Yeah, see, I liked. He was rated much lower earlier, and then we both like Fisk. And I like this Jackson guy, McKinley Jackson.
This is going to take another hour to get done, isn't it?
We both have Michael Hall as a third rounder. Yeah, because he looked thin for his position, right? But that's
Are they having dinner?
Yeah.
I guess that's probably adequate for what they're doing. But like all the other offices look like everything's spread out. And...
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope a lot of people complain about this draft because they just really take the fun out of it.
Yeah. But that's why we're here. We're putting the fun into it, right, Drew?
No, I mean, I like the seeing the picks and discussing it, but I just what they're telling us is not even accurate. Like they keep saying the pick is in, but then they keep dragging it on. It's just like tell us when it's really in.
The pick is in, but the commissioner is still trying to make his way out to the stage. Neck piece with the Buccaneers on it. That's a fan. There he is.
All right,
I guess this could be Newton.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Barton.
Man,
this is amazing. To see was at 8 linemen.
Yeah. They all play tackle in college. Regardless of what position they're playing in the NFL, like almost the entire tackle list is just gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, there's like there can't be any Well, there might be 2 offensive linemen picked in the second round, but I just feel like there's no way.
Well, like the interior guys will go. In the
They're gonna
that's
start
true.
moving into guards
yeah, guards and centers.
That's
they're done.
crazy.
picking their way through.
It's gonna be
Oh my
12
gosh.
offensive linemen picked in the first 2 rounds.
Can you imagine having to play like high school lacrosse against like a guy who's going to be playing like center in the NFL?
It's like that guy that was playing volleyball earlier.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, it's
roll
starting
up
to
to your
crowd now.
volleyball game and it's the NFL prospect. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think they may be down to like 50,000 people. Seems like a lot of people have left already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
I wouldn't want to
completely
be there
gone.
after my team picked either.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, by this time, I mean, I'm sure some of those people have had like 20
Stand-
beers.
Standing for
No
3.5 hours.
There's
Yeah.
no way you could get 20 beers, dude.
No,
Well, if you
probably
started
not.
drinking midday or
I'm just saying, if you're in a crowd of like 300,000 people on a city block, there's no way they have that much beer.
Bringing them.
You have to sneak them in, maybe.
you don't think they have access to getting drinks?
I feel like it's probably hard to get much of anything like drinks and food and stuff.
They're just kind of in a square.
Yeah, I guess
Gary
that's true.
Robinson,
They're not really at a venue.
Edge. What?
Hey, MIZ.
Oh yeah, he's listed.
Stud.
We have him at 45. Well, we have him as third rounder. I liked Adiza Isaac much better.
That's kind of shocking to me.
What?
Robinson going. Wait, I guess Verse and
Verse, Turner, Latu are all gone,
You started playing
and
football
Chop-
as a
and-
junior?
and Robinson. So now you're talking about Braswell, Isaac.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
Were
Okay,
rated
that- yeah.
higher. There are only 2 players rated higher when we looked at it,
but there's still only been 2 corners picked, right?
correct.
Yep.
Dang, that's kind of crazy. I think that's where it's kind of crazy to me is that they could
Yeah,
potentially got better value at corner, but
yeah. But I liked a couple of guys after him a little bit better. But you know, to each their own, really. I mean, they invited him, right? So that's kind of a sign that they were pretty sure he was going to be a first-round pick. Yeah, he just doesn't seem very athletic for an edge guy.
oh yeah, the
Right.
awesome Senior Bowl.
They're going Xavier Legit here. Bills.
Yeah,
Call it.
that would be
Over
pretty good.
Donna Mitchell and Worthy
Yep.
and that receiver out of Oregon.
That yeah,
Yep.
over Lad McConkey.
Oh, and Lad McConkey.
Hmm.
I mean, that would if you get this right, that would be phenomenal.
Really? He's like the best wide receiver on the board.
Well, depends on when you looked at it. When we looked at it, he was not. But
Oh.
it's the PFF board shifted quite a bit between when we looked at things and now. But they have so they have Adonai Mitchell ahead of them, Troy Franklin from
Yeah.
Oregon, Lad
McConkey.
McConkey, Keon Coleman,
Really? Okay.
Roman Wilson, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen Polk.
What? Jalen
Oh.
Polk? I don't see that.
I'm just reading what it says.
Keon Coleman.
Wait, so Worthy is rated below
Yes.
others? What? That's crazy.
I agree. We liked Worthy.
Oh wait,
We had
the
him
Chiefs
as a
traded up.
second rounder. Oh, I had Worthy as a first rounder. I really liked Worthy. Watch. We're talking about what the Chiefs traded up
No.
to 28? That doesn't even make any
No,
sense.
no. Why would they do that?
Unless the Chiefs told them they're going to pick a corner. I don't understand. Are the Bills just not going to have wide receivers this year?
This guy's mom has no idea what's going on.
Well, I think part of the problem with the Bills is that they have a lot of cap problems. So if they keep trading down and acquiring picks, they can have like quite a bit of second, third round picks.
Yeah. You just hope
I guess fourth round picks.
someone that's good enough is
Or
there.
fifth round.
Because I could
Well,
see
you just got to have depth too, but they're at a point where they can't even pay for
Well,
like
no,
decent veterans.
it's not even depth. They need starters. They're number
Well, a
one and number
receiver.
2 receiver left. They lost both Gabe Davis and what's his face?
So I feel like
Diggs.
the Chiefs might take
Core is their number,
Newton.
or what's that guy's name? Shakir?
Why would the Chiefs trade up?
I don't know.
Hmm.
He's their number 1 right now.
Do they want a corner or do they want or do they need
Corner?
offensive line? I guess they could take a lineman.
Yeah.
Would they really trade
I think they
like
need
Guyton
a
or
corner.
something?
Maybe they think
Maybe Guyton.
yeah.
Guyton
maybe
kind of makes
Guyton.
sense. That would make me really happy actually.
Or they go receiver.
Yeah.
Because that
I
is
feel like
kind
they
of a
didn't have to trade up to get a receiver.
position of
though.
need. Yeah, I know. That's the weird part. So maybe they are going, or
feels
maybe
like-
they're going corner because they
Yeah,
lost Snead.
corner. Wait, was Snead traded?
McKinstry, Khalid McKinstry, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, corner. I guess they want to get their
they
guy.
lost their
Or
corner,
maybe
so,
Nate Wiggins.
Yeah.
Are we sure he's not hurt?
Oh, Wiggins? I have no idea. I don't know who that is.
Oh, it says he hurt his groin at the combine, but I
he's
feel
fine.
like he should be fine by now, or at least by the season.
Yeah. Depends on how bad it's hurt, right? What? What does W stream mean?
It's like win.
Oh.
Thank you, John.
Oh, the W's good. Nice.
You don't want to see L, but let's not
Oh.
give anyone any ideas.
Okay. Well, you're the gatekeeper of it, so don't
Gatekeeper
put
of
that
what?
out. The comments.
Oh yeah. Actually, I need to look into that because I feel like I should make you like an administrator so you can do some of that stuff.
Are you? No, I'm just gonna coast off of you, man.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who they traded up for, but I'm thinking it's got to be corner. That makes the most sense, or possibly Newton. But I don't. It doesn't feel like they would have to do that.
Why? I mean, it's like they kind of probably. My guess is that they have a feeling as to what position the Cowboys are trading, or I'm sorry, want to draft. So they've jumped the Cowboys to get that guy at that position, is what I'm thinking.
If they're
'Cause the
trying to
Cowboys
jump
traded
the
down, right?
Cowboys,
Huh?
if they're trying to jump the Cowboys, it has to be Guyton. Either
Okay.
Guyton or McKinstry.
Yeah, I think Guyton. I think you're right because the Cowboys lost their tackle. There's only one tackle left.
That would be crazy if they get Guyton.
Yeah.
I really.
think
I hope they
think
do
it'd
it.
be hilarious if they, because the Cowboys fans treated us so nice when we were at that Bengals game. I mean, would love to see someone drink their milkshake.
I thought they were pretty nice. They offered to buy us a T-shirt. Yeah, but it'd be funny if they get Guyton and then.
The
Cowboys
Cowboys just
draft.
panic. Oh my gosh.
Well, no, I want them to take Powers Johnson.
They might do that.
Yeah.
I just want all the offensive linemen to go in the first. Well, as many as possible.
Why?
Just
Just for fun?
for fun.
Just to say that
Just to see it.
we were there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there are only like 20,000 people there.
Holy moly. They totally ran out of beer.
Yeah.
They hit hour 3 and we're just like, let's get out of here.
Well, I mean,
Well,
I think that's how many Detroit fans showed up.
Probably.
Well, this should be a visual cue of like they ran the show too long. Like they
Mhm.
should have been a little bit more concise.
Yeah.
3
'Cause if
hours
that
is a
many people-
fine time, I think.
Yeah, and if like there's just so much in there that was unnecessary,
Yeah.
like stuff that we didn't have to watch.
We're gonna be pushing 4 when we're through the 32nd pick here.
We'll be lucky if we get done by 4 hours. The way this is going. It's so slow. I mean, like, how many words can they fit on that card?
He's just pretending to read, just making it up as he goes.
Oh, there's more than one card. Whew. Okay. Come on. Let's go.
Got this, Justin.
Oh, okay.
Get it done, man. Come on.
You can do it.
What?
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa! They traded up for. Oh well, the Bills were probably gonna take him, right?
Yeah.
That,
Is what they're thinking at least.
yeah, that
Whoa.
makes sense.
Oh, wait. No, the Bills traded with them. Why would the Bills
Oh yeah,
trade
yeah,
with
you're
them?
right.
Oh wait, maybe they thought the Cowboys were trying to get him.
Or
Yeah.
San Francisco. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like Xavier Worthy, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, me too. It sucks that he's on the. That was one of my biggest fears, but I thought maybe the
John
Chiefs
Ross
would have
2.
a chance to.
John Ross 2.0. Here we go.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
No, I think he's better than John Ross.
I mean, John Ross was a special case, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy didn't even get on the field.
Plus,
for the
what the Rice, he had that incident in Texas, here in Dallas.
Oh, he's already back working out with the team though.
Yeah, but no,
No.
they think he's going to get suspended though. He's going to miss
Ooh.
some
There's
time.
nothing will happen to him. He's
I don't know. I think it's a good pick.
No, it is a good pick. Pair that up with Patrick Mahomes' arm, like he just got there really far.
Yeah, but I mean, it's sort of like it's what they do, right? Like a fast, explosive
Yeah.
guy, fast, twitchy. They don't really care about size, right?
I mean, every receiver on their team is like that. Anyone that gets playing time.
Yeah, no, I mean, like if you look at even whoever they draft, they only draft like 4-3 guys.
Yeah.
Like every single guy that's played for them is like a 4-3
I mean, they
guy.
just draft a scheme. They
yeah.
so well.
That's funny
Like-
because I bet you if he had like short hair, he'd probably be even like a touch faster.
But how do you know it doesn't make him faster?
I don't know. It might you might be right. It might be like create like a wake behind him, like that hair kind of moving, create some sort of turbulent wake, like dimples on a golf ball, like the
Or
hair
like
just-
somehow the hair balances his movement a little bit more, makes it more efficient.
right, like so he can lean more forward with his chest
Hmm.
because the hair kind of balances it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would know. I'm trying to think of where I would be if I raced him, like on that 40-yard dash. Would I be
I
past
just-
the 10-yard line, the 15-yard line when he was done? It's like, man,
Maybe just for like an hour, I wouldn't mind. Or I just would want to feel how fast it would be to be like him. You know what I mean? To be able to run a 4.2 like that, just to
just
see
run
what it feels
downhill,
like.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seems dangerous.
Just go to
Oh, you dropped his card.
Oh no, that's gonna add another 30 minutes to draft.
He did that
Go
on
to our-
purpose.
just go back to Skyridge, man, and run down that hill.
The Cowboys war room looks like the Death Star.
It
That's
does.
Jerry Jones's yacht, right?
Yeah, we called it
Tyler Guyton. Dang.
because we were
Wow.
thinking that's
All
what the
right.
Chiefs were trying to do was jump the Cowboys to get Guyton, but they got their guy.
That's got to feel good. Because I feel like if you play football at Oklahoma, you got to be like a Cowboys fan, right?
They do like to pick a lot of players from Oklahoma, it feels like. But I think that's
Yeah.
natural for any team. You kind of pay attention, or it's easier to pay attention
Well, it's just
to
easier
teams
to
that
get
are
out
close.
to games, you know.
Right, yeah. They're just, you see their games more often.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Okay. So the Bills are at 32. There
What?
could be,
How'd that happen?
because they traded with the
with
Chiefs, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
This could be the Bengals' way into the first round.
How?
A trade with the Bills.
Why would they trade with the Bills? Like, what's special about the Bills that allows the Bengals to trade in?
There's nothing. They're falling apart as a team.
Could they
I feel like
just
their
say,
coaches
"Hey,
respect each other. It feels like the organizations kind
like
of
each other?
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely not going to trade in with the Ravens or the possibly San Francisco. I don't see why that would be an issue, but
Because they always beat us.
I mean, Newton
Matters.
feels like he's going to fall out of the first.
I can see the Ravens picking him. I always hate it when the Ravens pick someone that you kind of like. You're like, oh, that means he's really good.
Yep.
Yeah, like when they picked who's that lineman that I'm thinking of? Do you remember who I'm talking about? It was like 2 years ago.
Mm,
I think he plays center. Linderbaum.
yeah.
Oh, they just showed their whole draft board. They can't do that.
Oh, zoom in. Pause it. Yeah.
They just
Totally
doxed him.
they totally have their draft board on TV.
Oh, I did not see it.
Hold on. Let's see if I can go back.
Whoops. Let's see. Because I think I can pause it. Yeah, we could just read off who the Ravens.
Do you got a screenshot?
Oh, you're right. That's like every player.
Yeah, when it comes up, I'm gonna pause it and then we could read it off.
I just screenshotted it. That's funny.
So good. Here it is.
That's really funny.
Pause.
I wonder what the red ones are. I guess red flags. Or maybe that means they're off the board. I see Dallin Holker, I think.
Oh yeah, they want Holker.
Looks like 6th round.
Yeah, but what about the one on the right, man?
I feel
They
like
just
they're
keep
blurry.
showing it. It might just be too small to even read, but
Local pro day prospects.
Yeah, but the one on the right is not like listed out in like, it just looks like they're separated by position group.
Yeah,
But the one on the left,
is like their mock draft.
well, that's
Nate
their
Wiggins.
board. Wiggins went to the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That
your
makes
guy.
sense.
I'm neutral on that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they got worse. Like, not to
Well,
say he's
didn't
not gonna.
Stone have like 6 picks last year? Like they're losing a lot of production on defense.
That's what I'm saying. They lost a lot of production overall. Like, they effectively got worse.
Well, I don't know about that, but
How did they get better?
they added Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but they lost all their other running backs.
It doesn't matter.
They lost OBJ.
And
But no,
James
seriously,
Conner.
they lost
'Cause, well,
basically their defensive backs.
The problem,
Their,
the difference is they lost a season's worth of snaps from like 3 running backs combined to be 1 running back. Derrick Henry's giving them a season's worth of snaps as one guy, I think.
You hope.
I mean, I don't hope, but
Well, I'm just saying, like they
Yeah,
hope,
like,
but I
they
don't
hope
think
he
that's-
is going to play the
I
whole
don't think
season.
that's fair. I think he's. I mean, there's a lot of
He's got mileage for
of
sure.
wear and tear.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Niners.
And oddly enough, the Bengals seem to do okay against Derrick Henry.
Well, that's when we had DJ Reader.
That's true.
Mm. Of course,
That's
was
one of the main
also-
reasons why I wanted Murphy's, because like he would have been a good replacement for
That
him,
was
but
also the
not-
Titans,
Yeah,
not the Ravens.
yeah.
That the Derrick Henry Lamar Jackson RPO is going to be lethal, I think.
Nah.
But who's going to protect them?
They're
What's their
very
offensive
good.
line?
They're very good offensive line.
No, but most of them left.
One of them left. I'm pulling up the roster right now. I hate to be a Ravens defender, but here we are.
Yeah, well.
No,
surprise me
defend
the
them
way
if
you're
if
acting.
it's you're defending the truth, not the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm defending
Oh.
ball knowledge.
That's deep, Josh. That's deep.
Yeah,
Well, it's true. It's not. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
can't pick and
But-
choose the truth. All right, where are we at here? Mm,
I feel like they traded their one of their starting tackles, and then they didn't resign. Yeah, because their center stayed, so it might be their guards that left. No. They just lost 2 of their offensive
Oh wait,
line.
that was 2023. I want 2024.
I guess I could check this.
I'll
yeah.
just go watch you guys effort this.
All right, let's see.
Ravens 2024 depth chart.
Oh, my internet's not loading right now. I can't load this page.
Mm.
Okay, I take it back. I guess they got Ben Cleveland though. I didn't realize they got him.
Yeah.
But their right tackle's Filele, so it's not the same guy that they had last year, but he's decent. Linderbaum's okay. I mean, good, not okay. Bakari, I think, is pretty good, and then Stanley is kind of hit or miss because he's always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't move away from Stanley, but I guess they can't really afford to. Because then if they get rid of him, yeah, 3 out of the 5 would be new starters, and that wouldn't necessarily be that great. I don't know. I don't think their offensive line is like. I would say compared to last year, it's probably gotten worse. Well, it's probably the same, honestly.
I think in terms of run blocking, it's probably pretty similar. Their pass pro probably is worse, but
I don't know because Zeitler was playing really good. Like I feel like they went down a little bit in guard, but I feel like the right tackle's probably equal. Like I don't think they had that strong. But I mean, he was good enough. I think they either traded him. Yeah, I feel like they traded the right tackle. I was like, why would they do that? It's like they can't afford to do that. But I always assumed that they were going to cut Stanley, but they ended up keeping him.
I want to see this Niners pick because I don't even know what they need. I don't think they need anything.
Probably a receiver.
Yeah, maybe a receiver.
Mitchell would make sense to me, or
Big Ayuk
Franklin.
type.
Or yeah, I guess
John
you're.
Coleman, maybe.
Well, what about Xavier?
Yeah, they could go with legit. Take some of the workload off Samuel.
Or they could just make a trade with the Bengals. Well, I mean, if somehow Newton falls to the second, then it is more realistically that they trade up in the second to get Newton.
Yeah.
But maybe this is where he goes to San Francisco because I feel like they lost a defensive tackle.
Yeah, maybe.
What if they get Jenkins instead of Newton? I think people would freak out.
Why?
I'm just saying that from a Bengals perspective because like everyone in the Bengals, or a lot of people in the Bengals fan base, were really wanting Newton.
Huh.
Like they thought.
I just don't think he's big enough.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the issue. Well, the hesitation. I think he's going to do fine when he gets to the NFL, but
I don't know, man.
was he just pretending to say to
he's
speed it up?
Let's
Obviously,
go.
he's not
Come
highly
on.
rated, right? Like he's not well thought of amongst the NFL types. Otherwise, he'd be picked.
It is a receiver, but Pearsall.
Okay.
Really?
Bengals on the clock. No, I'm just kidding.
Dang.
He's thin.
Like, look how many receivers got picked between where the Bills were and where they are now. One.
I don't get this one.
Two.
This doesn't make a lot of sense.
So they could still get a Don Mitchell or whatever
on the board.
I feel like that
Well,
would be good.
They could get Mitchell. They could get Franklin, McConkey, Keon Coleman, Xavier Legette. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't. I guess they must, because I don't understand why Legette's still on the board.
Well, I think what system that they play in college versus what is already installed at that NFL team makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the specifics of like each team and legit or whatever, but I'm sure that it has some type of effect. Oh, it's the Panthers that traded up.
The Panthers traded up?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, dude.
They're
The
just
Bills-
desperate for a first round pick. What are they doing?
I'm telling you, they're so cash strapped that they need all these picks. They just need depth.
Yeah, that's true.
They
They
can't
need
afford
starters,
backups.
too. It's just, I mean, to be fair though, the Carolina only moved up one pick because they had the first pick in the second round. Just seems kind of wild to go through all that effort to move up one spot. But I guess it's got to be torture though, right? To like sit there.
Imagine the
And-
Bills fans that went there.
Oh
Oh.
god.
They're the only ones that are left.
Brutal.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Like, what? We
Why
gotta
would
come
they
back
do-
tomorrow?
Okay, they moved up one pick.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Because the
Where you
Bengals
been?
were
That's
trying
what I
to
said
make a
25
trade.
seconds ago.
Because multiple
I was
teams
listening,
were
but I'm
looking
confused.
to trade, and the Bengals were one of them.
What'd you say? Now you're just making stuff up.
What was? Have they said what the trade is?
There has to be multiple people or multiple teams involved.
Why?
If a team's willing to just trade up one spot, is because there's a threat someone could get in
Someone
before
else
you.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
You never know with Carolina, man.
That's true.
they just did it to do it for no reason.
I mean, that's kind of why they took why they traded away everything for the number 1 pick last year.
Yeah. Only to
For a less good number 1 prospect, they could have just sucked this year and got Caleb Williams.
no. They did suck this
They
year.
did suck this year.
They could have just got Caleb Williams this
Yeah.
year.
Kind of interesting to wear your own team's jersey in the war room.
It's the way it should
a
be.
fan. That's a fan.
They got a fan made the pick.
Dude, could you imagine being like, why are the Panthers fans even there?
Yeah, wait a minute. They weren't even supposed to pick.
Did they know?
It's all rigged.
They're plants.
Yeah. See the Bengals fans still there. Some guy sporting a Carson Palmer jersey from 1997. Is that late enough? That's
It's too early.
historically inaccurate. 2004.
2004, yeah. My first Bengals jersey was Rudy Johnson.
Nice.
Yeah,
Solid pick.
oldie.
Yeah.
He was very consistent, I feel like.
Yeah.
Bengals had a pretty good stretch of consistently good but not great running backs for a while.
I mean, I feel like they had their moments, but
Yeah.
I think over the years, I
Oh,
feel like back in the day, especially in the 90s, even when they sucked, their offensive line was always really good, surprisingly.
the offensive line was not good.
Offensive line and good for the Bengals don't really go together.
I feel like for the majority of the time that Rudy Johnson was with the Bengals, they had a pretty good offensive line.
That was
back
Willie
in the
Anderson
90s.
days, right?
That was the 2000s. Yes. All right. Who we getting? Are they going to pick?
Oh,
Cooper
legit.
DeJean. No?
Legit.
There you go.
ESPN is faster than NFL
Oh.
Network up there.
Bro.
There we go. He went in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some solid receivers that are like high
Yeah.
second round.
A lot of receivers went too.
So you got Mitchell, Franklin, McConkey,
Yeah, I guess
Coleman.
delete on the ones I picked
Polk.
in the first round here.
Brendan Rice. Man, there's some good. Roman Wilson. There's some good ones left.
Even Johnny Wilson, but I for me, he's more like a third round pick.
Yeah. How has Johnny Newton not gotten picked yet? I thought he was a first rounder for sure.
Yeah. More Xaviers picked in this NFL draft than
Yeah.
defensive tackles. More
So-
Xaviers picked in the first round in the NFL draft than
Can you show me what
defensive
the
linemen.
draft order is for the second round? Do you have that?
I would assume
I'm
it's-
sure I do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So you jinxed it. No, I'm just kidding.
Why would I want Ravens? How did I get Ravens crap? I don't want Ravens.
Did you do this, Drew?
I'm a Ravens sleeper agent.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know, man. You're always supporting the Ravens.
Always defending them. I don't get it.
For NFL draft.
But no, I honestly I do get it. I mean, Lamar Jackson with Henry could definitely be lethal, but
Okay, so this has changed. So this would be the Bills. But I don't think anything else has changed in the second round. Wow, the
Trying to think a
Panthers-
bit about reasonable.
trade
I mean,
ups.
could Newton possibly fall down to where the Bengals are? No, I doubt it. I feel like
I
they got
doubt
to
it.
trade up.
They'd have to trade up to like 40 probably.
It's got to be New England. Or
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why you're so worried about Newton. I just think that he must not be that good of a prospect.
I guess that's true. But I mean, the thought to get Newton and Mims in the same draft would be kind of
He was
crazy.
mocked to us though at 18 by a lot of outlets, which I know doesn't really mean much
Yeah.
when you get down to it, but
No, it doesn't.
still.
PFF had him listed as the number 11th player on the board, which is not true.
Well, there was only one defensive lineman taken.
Yeah, I mean, how many defensive players were picked in the first? Like
Not a lot.
5?
12 maybe.
I don't even think it's that high.
Is it double digits?
Yeah, I think it's borderline.
There's one.
You passed up Wiggins.
Did I? Let's
Yeah.
see again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Whoa. Not even 10.
That's crazy.
Usually it's kind of the other way around.
Yeah,
Defensive prospects are a little more safe.
I feel like there was a pretty good run throughout the
There's
years
as
where
many
defensive
offensive linemen
pass
as
rushers.
defensive players.
Wow.
selected.
That's crazy. But yeah,
Everybody's
no,
trying
like
to set themselves up for the cap increase.
it always felt like there was elite pass rushers always going top 10,
Mhm.
at least 1 or 2, and it was just like this year feels a lot different.
Yeah, it seems like any other year Turner would have been top 10.
Yeah, I think 3 of them would probably be the top 15, the top
Yeah.
3 pass rushers. But whew. All right, well, I guess you guys want to say any final thoughts, or
Well, the one thing I will say is you did promise to unmute my soundboard for like the first 30 seconds, and you didn't do it. And it's been bothering me for about 3 hours and 43 minutes.
why didn't you say something before and we could have just played it real quick?
I don't.
I thought you didn't know, and then I was like, well, maybe the thought of him thinking it worked was good enough, but the fact that you knew, I didn't.
Little
That's why I didn't want to
moron.
say anything. Huh?
I hit the button, and I'm just like, how come he didn't unmute me?
Give him the unplugged controller.
'Cause,
I
like,
asked for like
you know-
30
you know what?
seconds.
It may sound trivial, but it's like it's the timing. I gotta turn on the music and then hit the right buttons, and then it's hard for me to get over there in time. Because if I don't mute it before it, you're gonna hear this weird echo with the music will sound
Okay,
weird.
with that aside, I feel like the highlight of the draft was me stupidly predicting that Michael Penix was going to Atlanta. Drew mocked me because he
I
said
did.
that they signed Kirk Cousins, who also
Good.
we have sound for, but I can't play. And hey, unmute me so I could do the Kirk Cousins sound.
You like
All right,
that?
all right.
You like that? You like that?
Kirk Cousins did not like that at all.
Yeah, he didn't like it, but yeah, so that was cool. That was funny.
That was funny.
So what was your highlight, Drew?
Hitting on the Bo Nix pick. I did not. I was just kind of joking. But here we are.
Well, there's just like this desperation for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But
But
I
you
would have
must-
to.
You must feel great.
Yeah.
The player that you wanted the Bengals to pick, Bengals picked.
Finally.
Yeah, I feel like the first like review thing that we had, and it was I think over tackles. I think Mims was my guy. I was just
Yeah.
I liked him initially just because he seems like he's going to prospect well, but then over a period of time, I kind of got hesitant because it's like, yeah, the whole Boehe thing. But then closer back to the draft, it's like, we have Brown already, right? So
Mm-hmm.
best case scenario, that he is the guy we think he is, and then our offensive line is going to be way better. Or, it just doesn't work out. But if you never do it, your offensive line is never going to get better. But I feel like he feels like a can't miss guy. He's just got to stay healthy, whatever that means. But yeah. But I guess we'll close it out and call it a night. All right. Peace.